Hey everybody. I forgot that my camera was on, so I'm just staring at the screen. Hey everybody.
Love it.
Welcome to Chortle Games. It's not Chortlecast yet because we are doing kind of this thing we established 2 weeks ago where we've got a little bit of a pre-stream thing going on. So it's just me and Jeremy vibing. Jeremy's here.
Oh yeah. Oh
Cool.
yeah.
Hey.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So we're just gonna play some World War Z for about an hour, maybe hour and a half, and then when Jake shows up, we're gonna start discussing the Nintendo Direct. We have a discussion topic that I picked that we're gonna talk about as well that I'm excited about. And once people start popping in, I'll pose that question to you guys so that you can also give it some thought. But for now, let's kill some zombs. You know? Yeah.
Oh
Hell yeah.
Have you seen the latest news about Detroit?
No.
Eminem is actually opening a restaurant called Mom's Spaghetti.
I did hear that.
Well, that's Detroit, bruh.
That.
Oh, it's so good.
I love how you presented that as like it's as news that's rocking the entirety of Detroit is
Oh,
Mom's
it is.
Spaghetti.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is he from there?
Yeah.
Okay. I know nothing about Eminem except for the fact that
Yeah.
you don't mess with him.
Yeah. That's like his city. He loves Detroit.
Dude, fall's here. I'm drinking hot chocolate. Also, my throat is sore because I've got like congestion in my throat, and so I'm trying to just pulverize it with hot drinks.
Nice.
Yeah.
Gargle with some hot salt water.
Ooh, that's a good idea.
I hated having to do that, but it
Yeah.
works.
Minnie, you want to come say hi to the live stream? Come here, girl. Come on. No, she don't want to.
This is Team 3, heading to the pharmacy.
We just lost contact with Father Book.
Barcelona, Montpellier, and the book, all gone in a day.
I love how the characters
That's almost 20 kilometers
in
without stopping.
this game, like specifically the France, I guess the Japanese and Italy ones, they are as French, Japanese, and Italian as they could possibly be.
Oh yeah. Stereotypically.
Like, and I don't even know if they're stereotypes, like in terms of who they are as people, but the way they talk, 100%.
Yeah, cultural and like vocal stereotypes for sure.
Yes, yes,
Like the girl wearing the beret.
yes. Eloise, where is she? Where are you at, Eloise? Yeah, we hate her.
Yeah.
Not
So-
just because she looks like a theater student who had a study abroad semester in
Oh, no.
France,
Oh no.
but because she's actually a jerk. Which you're right. Mini horde, apparently. As soon as my pocket factory activates, I'll give you a drone. Should I play in first person, or should I stay third person? What do you think?
Actually, I haven't played in first person yet. You wanna do it?
Let's do it.
All right.
Got that freaking bowl. All right. And boom, we in first person. First person. The third.
Bulls will hate you for this. Top 10 reasons why a bull would hate you.
Number 7 will shock you. gosh. I love that.
It's so good.
Screamers lose their mind over number 3.
Lurkers, jump at the chance!
Oh, man.
There's a payload rifle over here.
That's so good. I'll take the payload rifle. I like a good payload rifle.
Watch out.
Appreciate it.
Mini horde.
Yep.
Yep.
Oh, they're coming from here.
Infector.
Bomber somewhere. Yeah.
Got him. I'm going to kill you, Raoul.
You got a drone now. It'll shock nearby zombies, and it also completely negates, or almost completely negates, friendly fire. While you've got the
There's
drone.
a search thing over here. Is that outside the fence?
It may be leading you forward, because you know how those can be off sometimes.
Yeah, that's what I'm guessing. Yeah, it is. There's something around to the left over here.
Gotcha. I'll head this way. Double barrel shotgun secondary.
I'm good. There's a heavy machine gun.
I've got my payload rifle.
Gotcha.
Hey, Vortex.
What's up,
equipment bag.
Vortex?
You can have all the equipment bags, by the way. I've got Pocket Factory equipped, so I can't even pick them up.
A noise.
Yeah. With how my drone master's built, I probably won't even have to use my kit for the rest of the mission. Because hopefully it'll recharge enough to where neither of our drones will expire. I'm coming. Screamer's down. I have very familiar hair, according to Vortex. Still my same hair. You mean like my haircut looks like somebody else's haircut? Because I would love to hear who.
Bieber.
What? Did
Nothing.
you say Bieber?
Yeah, it was a joke.
Oh no.
No, it does not. It's good.
Alright, I lost my drone. Oh, look at that. Pocket Factory just activated. What a coincidence. Kinda Bieber!
Oh, I'm sorry. Is there any?
Well, you know what? I've hated the way my hair's grown back, so I don't know if that
Thanks
helps.
for getting a haircut.
Yeah. I don't know if that helps or makes it worse, honestly. Because, you know, Bieber, you know, it's Bieber, but, you know, he might understand what makes a good haircut. Maybe. You know?
It's alright. Andy thought I was balding when she first met me.
Oh.
Because I was almost wearing a hat. And then I took my hat off and I had like long hair and she's like, oh my god.
Yeah. Vortex said, maybe some Shark Boy vibes.
Okay. Eloise, stay in the gas over there.
Yeah, go choke on the gas, Eloise. All right.
Oh no, there was a gas bag right next to her and I shot it.
I put my hat back on. Like, why Vortex? Because you told me I look like a kid Taylor Lautner.
Gee, I wonder why.
The hair may make him. Oh, rats.
Why is it? Rat packs are very hard to kill with conventional bullets and cannot be killed with melee weapons.
They actually made them way easier to kill with a patch, so they're not that bad when it comes to guns. The hair may come back, Vortex. Screw it. Whatever. Who cares? The hair's back, but the hat is right above me. So...
Infector.
You're on very thin ice, young man. Left side. My God, Eloise.
Not Raul.
Yeah, we like Raul.
I need ammo.
Yeah, I'm actually almost out of ammo as well. Flamethrower over here if you want it. And a breaching charge. How about that?
Nice. Oh, hey, look, a door.
It almost seems too easy.
Yeah.
Like, there's probably going to be a bomber behind this door. We're going to open it and then he's just going to explode.
Just reminds me of the scene from, I don't know if it was Blue Harvest, but it was one of the Star Wars movies
Yeah.
that Family Guy did.
Uh-huh.
And he, like, shoots the ground. He steps out of the Millennium Falcon and shoots the ground when they're inside the worm. And the whole thing shakes, and he's like, wait a second.
that's
And then shoots it again, and he goes, hold on a minute. And then shoots it again. And
something ain't right.
he's like,
That's something dark side.
yeah.
They just added the first person mode Vortex with the Aftermath update.
Yeah, I gotta say, I'm not a fan.
I like it.
If you could ADS, I would love it.
Yeah, absolutely. The ADS is the one thing about it where I'm just like, they lost me.
And the running feels weird. Like you're gliding.
Yeah, that's true.
Why is no one guarding the Mexicans?
Auto turret?
Yeah,
There's a mortar here.
I got the mortar. So they're going to come from these two different alleys.
So I'm going to put a turret here then?
Yeah, we need to defend both. Or be prepared to defend both.
Okay, so I'm going to put the turret over here then.
Okay, I have another breach charge, so I'm going to breach this door over here. Oh, Vortex thought this was Back for Blood the whole time. That's in
Oh, no.
that is in a couple weeks.
Yeah.
And it's on Game Fest, so we're not going to have to spend anything on it.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
It was good on PC.
Yeah. I played it a little bit on
I think it was
PC.
better on PC.
AK assault rifle and a classic bullpup rifle. You want either?
Well, I have no ammo for...
There's an ammo.
Shotgun.
There's an ammo crate over here
So.
somewhere. Just gotta figure out where. Did I find another breaching charge? Oh crap! They're here in 3 seconds.
Oh, I have no ammo. I have no ammo, Steven. I have no ammo. I'm going to get an assault rifle.
There's ammo back here. It's marked. I just pinged it.
Oh, I didn't see it.
Ooh, classic battle rifle. Let's go.
You know what? There's so
They come from the left.
Bull.
Oh god! Going to reload.
Yep.
Coming to the right now. Switch.
Yep, right side.
Try to grab one of those defense kits from up ahead. I'm gonna hit him with mortar.
There's an infector behind us. I'm going to kill it first.
Okay. I'm just dropping warheads on foreheads up here like Mike.
One of the equipment things? You talking about the ones over here?
Up in the breaching, the breach room. I think there was an equipment that we didn't grab.
Oh, I don't know where the breach room
It's
is.
to the right, but it's fine. We've got them maintained.
Oh, this room. My bad. Stationary machine gun.
Yeah, you're in a bad place.
Yes, I am in a very bad place.
You still got that drone?
Yep.
Good.
Still got melee too.
Your drone is low on charges, so it'll need to recharge. We can go ahead and use some med kits, though. Actually, yeah.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Oh, they're flanking us.
Yep.
Lower barricade. 1 minute. Oh, as in they are... Oh, okay, got it, yeah. 45 seconds till failure. If we don't clear the fence.
Where's the barricade?
It's behind
Oh,
us.
I see it over there. Yeah. Did you get it?
I got it.
Yeah.
I see you lost your drone. Now you got another one.
We'll go. Where are they? We're going.
Uh-oh.
Also, I got another breaching kit. Or breaching charge.
Uh-oh.
What?
I'm frozen.
Okay, you can rejoin in the middle. That's something that may just happen in this stream. While we're playing World War Z, it may just freeze. Because unfortunately the game is not terrifically optimized. Still there?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, we're not a PlayStation party.
Yeah.
Well, I can leave the game even in a PlayStation party. So you should be able to send me an invite.
You should be able to join straight from the
The hub.
yeah.
Or the menu.
How are you doing at Vortex? Oh, balls. That's good. Were you able to join?
Yeah, it was trying to make me Eloise. Hold on.
Take as much time as you need to not be her.
Ain't no fucking way.
The less noise we make, the better.
Run low on ammunition. Just run around hacking away at things with my hammer. I think it's what, I don't know what my melee weapon is.
How do you have so many breaching charges?
I've just been finding a lot of them. Ooh, special SMG. If you want to try that out, it's a new gun. It's fantastic. I think I've maxed mine out. Normally I pick it up whenever I find it just so I can level it up. Because I enjoy the SMGs in this game a lot because of medic. Rocket launcher. Of course we go through an art museum. I'm pushing forward.
Nobody's shown this museum much love.
I don't know museums, so I can't rebuttal. Goes to show that you either are or you aren't. I don't know. Mona Lisa. Alright, I think this is the finale. $50. Where are you? Oh, there you are. Okay. It's weird.
Aren't you?
Stand still. Okay, you got to run. I guess just start placing stuff. My breaching charge luck has ended, apparently. Oh, excuse me. Goodness. I apologize, guys. Okay, I'm running to the van. Oh. Freaking Spider-Man with a bomb on his chest over there. He was like perched on the fence.
Fuck.
See, he was doing that. The little Spider-Man thing. Or did you even see it?
I did.
Okay.
I was
Okay.
standing next to you.
I wasn't sure.
It's okay.
Lurker.
I hear.
He gone. Alright, you watch that guy, I'll watch the other one.
Mm-hmm.
Good lord! There's so many zombies. Oh no, Eloise didn't make it. I'm delivering the first crate. Are you kidding me?
What the heck?
One of the cutters died, apparently. So that sucks. You want to run it back, or do you want to go to the next one? Because that was the end.
Well, let's just go to the next one.
Okay.
I can always go back and play these
Mm-hmm.
to get the progress.
Ready. Bald chick. As in the visionary from Sentinels of the Multiverse? Are you still on that? Why couldn't we lose a cutter? We had two. Also, why didn't they bring breaching charges? Oh. We're doing the first one again. Wait. Are we?
You were. Yeah, mine says chapter 1.
Okay, well, that's fine. So it's funny you say that, Vortex, because she actually, the Visionary in the Sentinels comics timeline, the Dreamer, the child that makes the projections, that's actually the Visionary from the timeline that we follow primarily as a child, and the Visionary is from a different timeline in the future. And then there's another version of Visionary called the Dark Visionary who ends up taking over Visionary, and she's a villain. So she is a menace. Because 2 out of the 3 versions of Visionary are villains.
You've got 2 hours max before it hits.
Lemon stress. It sharpens here.
But you'll love me. It wasn't even French. And only one had hair, Vortex. That's correct. Regardless of timeline, Visionary's fate always has her losing her hair.
Dang, this girl's got a donk.
What?
She's got a booty.
Who, your character?
Yeah.
Okay.
Unless we find you more survivors.
You
She's
sure?
a very fit woman.
I think it's just the pants. Alright, so we've,
No, watch me as I run.
Okay, go ahead. Do a quick sprint. I still can't tell. Okay, new podcast for the topic later is no longer what it was. It is going to be, does Ellen DeGenerate have cake?
No, she doesn't. I'm just joking.
I have a visual in the pharmacy.
I'm looking for recharge. Nothing. So Vortex, the discussion for tonight, because it seems like Vortex might be the only one that's actually going to be here tonight. The topic of discussion that we're going to talk about probably is if you could take aspects from multiple games and combine them into one game to create a unique creation, what would it be and who? Basically, the way I frame the question is in a very confusing way, but Dr. Frankenstein, how he made Frankenstein's monster from several different bodies. If you were to create a Frankenstein's monster of a video game, what would it be and who would be the mad scientist creating it? So, like, Midnight Suns is the example that I come up with, where it's combining Marvel characters, tactical gameplay, a deck builder with character relationships, and the mad scientist behind it all is Jake Solomon and Firaxis, who did XCOM. And you can get as specific with that as you want. Like, you could say, but I want the writer from Spec Ops: The Line to do the story. So you can have as many cooks in the kitchen as you want, as many different body parts from different games as you want, but it all has to come together in what you see as a cohesive game that doesn't feel like it's combining elements just to combine elements, if that makes sense. Is that just super convoluted?
I was confused. No, I'm just kidding.
Okay.
No, it makes sense. For sure.
I just can't think of a very concise way to phrase that question.
There's not really.
So Vortex, I've come up with mine. Jake said he's come up with his, but I'm pretty sure I already know what it is going to be. And Jeremy's come up with his as well, and we're going to talk about that. And I'm actually really proud of mine, and also sad because it's never going to happen. Breaching charge. I lost my drone, Jeremy.
Where'd it go?
It sacrificed itself so I may live.
Oh. Can we find it?
No. I'll just make a new one.
Yeah, consumer attitude thing.
Yep. Am I from France or from America?
Oh, this sandwich I took a bite out of already has a bite taken out of it. Better get a new one.
Top 10 sandwiches that have already had a bite taken.
You won't believe number 4. With pickles? No. Bitch.
Alright, I'm breaching.
I'm busting the door.
Go, go, go!
Wow.
Move now!
Okay.
Go, go, go! Don't be perfect.
Goodness.
Why is no one guarding the north gates?
There's no one left. Get inside.
We stopped them here. Look it up, Jeremy.
Oh, lock it up, Jeremy. Do you hear that?
No.
Apparently the guy on our radio is named Jeremy.
Oh, nice. Strong name.
This one's for you, Vortex. Got a combat shotgun. Every single time we stream now, I'm pretty sure I say the line, "This is for you, Vortex." So there's your once per stream dedication. They're coming right.
Swarm on the street.
Warheads on foreheads. Alright, mortar's gone. I said warheads on foreheads. You know what you shout when you launch a mortar? Dropping warheads on foreheads? Is that not a thing?
It is from Mike.
Oh yeah, that's his favorite thing.
Is that what he said?
I mean, he says it enough to where I assume that's in his top 10 things that Mike says.
Number 2 won't shock you.
None of them will shock you. What's that? Oh, PDW. I will definitely take that. Hell yeah. Lower barricade, lower barricade. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Do it. Warheads on foreheads. Clear. Left side, left side. Woo.
Warheads on foreheads. Oh, Jesus.
Oh shoot. Did not realize I had my heavy equipped. Got your drone. Alright, let's go.
I'm gonna get ammo before we go.
Yep. I've got a breaching charge, but I'm not going to use it yet because I'm sure if I use one here, it'll just give us defense kits.
Yeah.
I could pick up a sniper rifle, but I'm not going to do that.
Rat swarm. And mini.
I'm breaching this. Assault shotgun.
Oh, yes.
All you.
Yes. Give me. Got another crate over here.
Nice.
Assault carbine.
That's like the rarest gun, aside from the LMG.
Yeah.
Excuse me. I totally should have saved one of the breaching charges for when we have the cutters, because I could have just blown a wall.
Yeah.
Forgot that's why we're here. Maybe we'll find another one. Coming from behind us. Crossbow. You want a crossbow?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
Jesus.
You good?
Yeah, there was just like 4 crates in there that you could use breaching charges on, so
Yeah.
I'm guessing that's one of the areas that the cutter could go to.
Right. I would assume so. Alright, let's find some defenses. Chainsaw over here. Assault shotgun over here.
Look what I found.
Battle rifle.
I might pick that up later. Stationary machine gun. That is not what we need.
We need a bunch of automatic turrets.
Quiet. They don't know we're here. How much easy?
There's not an automatic turret.
I don't see any more.
Oh, they're here. Got another stationary machine gun. Love it. Where's the ammo crate? Oh, I see it.
Yeah, it's right there.
The van showed up in a different spot. That threw me off.
Holy shit.
Yep. So a way that, like a easy way to get started on that thought process, I think, Vortex, is to kind of think about an IP that you like, and think about what could they do with this that they haven't done already. So like Mike, the guy we've been talking about, he's a big Starship Troopers fan. So they're doing an RTS soon. So just using that as an example. So you could even be like, I know you probably would never be like this, but what if Doom did a real-time strategy game? You know? So I would say start with a series that you already like and try to mold it into something that already exists that it's never done before. Like a Doom rhythm game. That'd be fun. Low-key, though, a Doom rhythm game. Not the worst idea.
What was that game that you played that was...
Dude, BPM. Hell yeah.
Yeah, BPM.
That's basically a Doom rhythm game.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. That was such a good game. It got updated, too, so it's got content that I haven't beaten.
Oh, wow.
Alright, I'm waiting for this guy to cut open this one, and then I'm gonna make a run for it. Okay, got one. I'm leaving my drone here with this guy while he defends him. Delivering it. Doom Eternal is not a strategy game. Not in the traditional sense of like a strategy game. Like there's strategy to playing Doom Eternal, but it is not encompassed by strategic combat. Well, okay, we got the last one. You can head to the van. I assume that you're referring to how in Doom there's more method that goes into it. Oh crap, go save that guy. Just keep going, I'll get Raoul.
Not gonna lie, I straight up shot straight through Raoul.
That's fine.
I used him as a human shield.
That's okay.
I mean, I don't care.
Yeah.
I was just saying. I felt like I needed to tell you for some reason.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with that, Vortex. But I guess, like, what defines a strategy game at that point, you know? Most people would think turn-based tactical or real-time strategy. Something like that. But yes, there is strategy that goes into Doom. 100%. Oh, Eloise didn't make it. Gosh, this country. Am I right?
Get over here. Yeah. SpongeBob.
Our base won't hold, even with his weapons.
Nunal's missile cover is critical. We have to reach them.
That was good. Oh, look at Raoul being helpful. Look at Eloise being absolutely worthless. Hey, level 30 drone master. Let's go.
Hey, level 30 exterminator.
Oh, wow, really?
Yeah.
Awesome.
That's why I was like, I need to figure out another class.
Yeah. I'm so glad we could reach this milestone together.
All right. Okay.
Ah, so prestige ranks. That sucks.
Nice.
That's a lot of currency, let me tell you.
Damn. That's a lot.
Yeah.
Alright.
Good bit of survival.
So missile command is numero dos.
Yeah. All right, let me pick my class. What are you gonna play?
Thought about hopping over to Hellraiser. I already have that one up to 14.
Okay.
I'm trying to remember what Hellraiser.
It's explosives.
Yeah. C4 increased by 50%.
If you wanted to run one of the melee classes, I can play medic. I need to max it out anyway. Traps, weapon weak points, armor weak points, weapon specific mods to defeat demons. Ice grenades, chainsaw, meat hook, traversal. I'd want elements like that in a game. Okay, so you're thinking more along the lines of like taking elements that you like about Doom and putting it somewhere else. So where would that go? What do you see stuff like that fitting into. Maybe like a really hardcore Halo game. I had one in my head that I forgot. Has to be a metal game, obviously.
That wasn't even a question.
No. What if it was something like Doom, but more medieval fantasy? So like a Van Helsing kind of thing, but with Doom gameplay, where it's very kinetic, and there's a lot of different weaknesses for the monsters you fight. That actually could be really cool. That fits right in with the concept.
Like so a mix between like Witcher and
Yeah, like a first-person Witcher
but
concept.
with Van Helsing like lore
Kind of. Yeah.
and straight Dracula.
Yeah, straight Dracula, werewolves, all that stuff.
I would play the shit out of that game.
Yeah. Like, set to a metal soundtrack, you've got swords, crossbows, like elixirs, bombs, all that kind of stuff. But it plays like Doom, to where it's first person, very fast paced, really up close and personal, like executions of monsters. That'd be dope.
Steven and I have talked about it before. If you have not played or seen gameplay of Dante's Inferno,
Yeah.
the gameplay for that game is phenomenal. It is the best hack and slash game, hands down. I will fight anybody for that opinion. It's better than Devil May Cry. It's better.
Dang.
Yeah, it is top tier for me.
Dude,
Like,
DMC5, that thing hits. You're telling me it's better than DMC5?
Listen,
I'll look it up.
This was a PS3, Xbox 360 game.
Okay, so better than any of its time.
Yes, I would
Okay.
say any of its time.
Okay.
However, asterisk.
Mm-hmm.
I love the game because of the story that it tells.
Yeah, it's an interesting concept.
It's the old, yeah, it's the old Dante's Inferno. Like it's the
Yeah.
actual same story.
Yeah.
It's just a retelling of it, pretty much. But the gameplay of it was so fluid, and
Yeah.
it was even on the easiest setting. It was hard.
By the way, have you seen the combat shotgun unique variant that you get for prestiging Hellraiser to 2?
No.
Go look at the combat shotgun. It's
Oh God.
be sure to preview it so you can see what Eagle Scout does.
Oh what?
Yeah.
Oh man. Oh, I need that for reasons.
So basically, we just have to play a crap load of survival.
Yeah. Need to buy Hellraiser Prestige Rank 2 to unlock this. We'll have to finish leveling Hellraiser.
Oh, that's right. I get Hellraiser and Exterminator confused because
I
Hell
do
makes me
too,
think fire.
Yeah, but for some reason, Hellraiser is an explosive.
Mm-hmm. Also, the regular shotgun has a variant that gets fletchet rounds, so it's something similar. It fires fletchets instead of buckshot and strikes targets at large distance with much lower spread. That's a version you can get with just raw experience, I think.
Damn.
Yeah, take a look at the unique versions. Some of them have unique perks. Like the scout rifle has the wolf pack. It makes it to where it deals 10% more damage per teammate carrying the same weapon, including yourself, up to 40%. So if everyone ran wolf pack, it'd be a 40% team buff. And that's Fixer rank Prestige 2. So I'm going to try to get that bad boy.
Damn.
So Vortex, what else would you add to your Van Helsing Doom game?
What?
What?
Did you see what the assault shotgun gets?
Is that the one where it knocks them back when you reload?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's super cool. It looks dope as well.
Yeah.
And that's Exterminator
Well-
Prestige too.
Yeah, I was just gonna say I just need 7,500 points now.
Well, technically you'll need 150,000 because I think it's Prestige 1 then Prestige 2.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
So you're saying like
Cool.
like the VAT system to where if you like shot someone in the arm or like swung a sword at somebody in the arm, you chop their arm off, something like that?
kibbles and bits.
Yeah.
You ready?
Yeah, I'm gonna play medic.
I'm gonna level up Hellraiser now.
Actually, I'm gonna play fixer. And I'm going to bring a breaching charge at the start because I can do that. Okay, so far we have, let's just say, The Witcher meets Doom meets Fallout. Random event where a random enemy, special enemy spawns in and gives you bonus and exclusive loot. Okay. Would you say that that's like a system where you can be hunted? Like maybe like a death loop invasion kind of thing to where maybe a werewolf could enter your world and stalk you, and if you kill it you get special bonuses, or would you put
That's also the beauty of that style of game. You could literally say a werewolf, a vampire coven,
yeah
like the whole thing.
yeah like your regular fodder enemies
Witches.
could be like just lesser vampires. You could just be cutting through
Yeah.
a bunch of vampires. You could have
Then you have the big flying ones, and
yeah. There's a ton you could do with that kind of concept. In fact, it's kind of crazy to me. I feel like we don't really have much in terms of Van Helsing as a character, or that kind of concept.
not really.
Although there is a
Which-
really good Diablo like.
1886.
Yeah, 1886. That's true. There's a Diablo like called The Incredible Adventures of Van Helsing that's actually pretty good. It's 4-player co-op and there's different classes
I've
that
seen
you
it.
can play.
Yep.
It's fun. It's not the best, but it's fun. Would you say that the werewolf can be player controlled, or would you leave it up to just purely AI? See, this is what I like about this conversation. Like, there's you just start small, and then it's just like, oh man, that sounds dope. Oh, what if this? You know, it's just a fun topic. Chainsaw back here if you want it.
I'm good. I start with an MGO.
Okay. Sniper rifle.
Sniper.
If you ever need grenades or ammo, you just let me know. I've got your fix. Or explosive ammo.
You can be my explosive daddy. No, too much.
Ah, I'm being lurked. Okay. Oh god. So that car exploded. Yeah, just like with the Deathloop Vortex, where Juliana can be player controlled or AI. So, what would the story be?
You studied humans?
It doesn't. I would say there's a revolver. I'm gonna take that. I would say this wouldn't necessarily have to be Van Helsing the character, but I think it would be similar enough to where just being real. There's a PDW over here if you want it. Just being realistic. This is probably something that they would have to get a Van Helsing license to avoid lawsuit. Not necessarily have to, but nope.
Did you see that?
I did. Explosive ammo up here. Whoa! Who is blowing up these cars? You're gonna have to be more specific, Vortex. I have not played any of the new Resident Evils.
I think it might be me, Steve.
Oh yeah.
I'm not sure yet. But I think it might be me.
That's fair. It's a fair assumption. Hold on just a sec, guys. I've got to pull up Discord there to see when Jake's ready to go. Oh, that was so lucky. Ooh, advanced combat weapon. You want the advanced combat weapon?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
Have you seen an equipment bag?
Yeah, there's some up top. Actually, crap, I don't have any more equipment. Go use, if you can climb up there and use my, oh god. Oh god, run. Oh, Eloise. Oh no. Dang. We should probably just cut a path. We're in a bad spot. Okay. So what about Outlast would you want to bring into a game where you aren't just running all the time? Like what specifically about Outlast would you take? 'Cause I don't know much about Outlast either. It's not my scene.
I have played through all of the first one.
There's a gas bag, we need to move.
No roll.
Supply bag up here. We leaving?
No, we can pick him up. I was just like, I don't think you guys.
You get your equipment bag.
All eyes over here.
Classic battle rifle. Let's go.
Let's go.
Gotcha. Okay, Vortex.
Scout rifle over here.
Yeah, I dropped it to pick up the battle rifle.
Oh. Sorry.
You said that so loud. Like, oh!
Oh. Yeah, it was just inflection. Sorry.
It's okay, just startle me.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'll shut up. I reached the elevator.
So, Vortex, are you maybe describing something that's got like a gritty, dying light kind of feel, but more grounded in realism, to where it's got the ability, you've got the ability to fight back, but you're going to be scrapping a lot and like barely getting by, like stuff like that, with maybe a Far Cry 2 critical healing system, where if you're almost out of health and you heal, you like have to snap your arm back into place and it shows everything. Okay. So, from a story of survival to a story of revenge or possibly heroism. How Jason Brody went from being, in Far Cry 3, from being prey to predator, basically. Someone who had never killed to someone who feels empowered by the killing. I've always thought that was an interesting concept. The concept of sacrifice that they show in Far Cry 2 or Far Cry 3, but instead of like sacrificing one's actual mortal life, it's them sacrificing who they are and the life that they had. Because Jason, and I've probably ranted about that God knows how many times, but I love that game. But Jason had to sacrifice who he was as a person to embrace basically an animal, so that his friends could continue the lives that they had. There's a lot of interesting storytelling in that. Got another automated turret.
They're coming from over here.
Warheads on foreheads, baby!
Mike would be so proud.
I think he'd tell me to shut up. That's his line. I just assumed that he'd have a problem with me saying anything. He'd find an issue. I've got you covered if you want to stay on the gun, if there's any gun left.
There's not.
Okay. I'm going. Forgot I'm playing Fixer.
Yeah, I forgot I was playing Hellraiser a minute ago. And I was like, oh yeah, I have C4.
I dropped some ammo.
It's ridiculous how quickly gas bags hurt you.
It really is. Oh, frick.
Watch this. Wow, the zombies are so dense you couldn't see my explosion.
Grab some explosive ammo. I've got 2 bags down now. haven't heard from Jake yet, so he might. Normally he shows up early, so we may actually be 9:30 tonight. Oh no. Go, 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 go.
Grabbing equipment.
Oh yeah, they're about to hit us. I'm coming. I'm in.
I roll. Ugh.
Oh, it revived him? What?
It revived both of them
Dang. I actually like Raul.
because they were both zombies. Yeah, I don't mind him. I just
Yeah.
he's too close to Eloise.
Yeah. His bio is actually kind of interesting because he was like a student in like game theory or something. So like
Oh, cool.
he's big on like statistics and all, I think he was actually a statistician or something. So he was prepping for this or something like that. Oh, this is the fun part.
There's an assault shotgun and a bullprop over here.
Nice. I'm just gonna stick with the FAL because I'm trying to max it.
Gotcha.
You can
Assault.
there's a unique version of the FAL where you can turn it into a single shot rifle that has insanely high power, and so I'm trying to get it to that point.
Is your missile system functioning? No offense. You don't look like you've been attacked.
God, Eloise, what a bee.
You got the name?
All right, so we've got to pick up those missiles and load the missile launcher, and then aim the missile launcher and fire it.
Okay, I already have a missile.
Okay. So if you want to be responsible for aiming and firing the missile launcher, I'll try to keep the back defended. Because look, they're just constantly pouring in from straight ahead.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Where's okay,
On me,
it's
on
over
me.
here.
Yep.
Yep.
And then the controls are in that bunker.
I'm on the fucking wall.
That's interesting, Vortex. I like that. You see we're trying to hit, right? Beautiful. Alright, I opened another breach door. I'm going up to the gate to defend it.
Fuck, I missed that.
It's alright.
Alright, it's aimed, at least.
Okay. I've got Gaspard covered, but I can't leave to get missiles, so if you want to take care of that, I'll defend him.
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay.
Yeah, as long as you cover him.
Yeah,
should be good.
he's fine. Okay, that wave's down. Hell yeah, another automatic turret.
I don't see.
I'm dropping you
See any more in here.
explosive ammo in the bunker.
Find missiles.
Oh, shoot. Okay. So why do you mention an axe specifically, and would you upgrade the axe? Like, could you make it more makeshift? Like, maybe add on to it? Or would it just be like a regular fire axe that you just carry with you?
Or is it your father's fire axe? That you've been carrying for years, waiting to avenge
Are
his
you
murder?
secretly Abraham Lincoln? And
Abraham Lincoln.
Abraham Lincoln, prepare to be emancipated from your inferior genes.
Whoa, whoa, man. I hate.
Going to restock these turrets.
One more.
Nice. Actually, I've got missiles to load, so stay there.
Nice. There's a med kit on the other side I'm gonna go grab.
Okay. Loading.
Should probably heal Raul and Eloise.
This is the end. We're about to finish.
Oh, nice.
Whew.
Alright, so it's loaded.
Yep. Oh, another wave's coming.
Nowhere near. It's a bad shot.
You got some coming towards you. And there's Jake.
You see any more rockets anywhere?
I'll look around.
Found some.
Okay. I really like this finale. It's different. Nice. Good job. Right on time.
Oui.
That's just weird, man.
Yay. Alright, I'm going to add Jake to the call. Well, I'll let him say that he's ready first. Whew. Oh, come on. Did you level up?
3 times.
I didn't even level up once, so I don't think.
Actually, No, twice. I think I was 13.
Gotcha. We are going to wait to start the next mission till Jake is on. Wow, Vortex. Near the end of the game, you find an ancient sword guarded by giant troll things, and the sword is actually left over from really far back from OG Monster Hunters or something. Okay. It was very specific. I love it.
Hell yeah.
Hell,
Ancient relic sword.
hell right. Ooh, and it can be called... The game could be called Hellrite, but R-I-T-E.
Oh my god, no.
Yes.
No.
Okay.
I'm done with you.
All right, everybody. Jake's being added to the call, so one moment, please.
Alright, everybody. Jeremy's fucking done. I'm just kidding.
We will dive right into podcast.
Oh, yeah.
Hey again, everybody. That's your cue, Jake. That's your cue. Jake, go. Jake.
Hey everybody, welcome
There
back
it
to
is.
Chortle. I'm one of your hosts for tonight, Jake, and I'm joined by the Stream King, the Far Cry guy, the man who may cry devil, Steven. Can you hear me? He's Steven.
Yes.
Say hey.
Say. Yeah. Can you hear me?
I can.
Okay,
I
cool.
think I had a delay because I was watching the stream and I was waiting till the stream had the.
See.
The
my,
dance?
my plan was to tell you to kick you off by saying, "Hey, everyone," and then you just take it from there, so that you would know.
Gotcha.
So next
See,
time.
when I
next
heard
time.
you say "Hey everyone," I saw the thing start, and so I
Okay.
said, "Oh, I'll do it now." And then we're also joined by the sickest dude in video games. We call him Big Germ, but his name's Jeremy. And he's apparently done. Why are you done, Jeremy? You done? What's happening?
I'm done with Steven.
Oh well, you know I can boot him from the call. I know he's in charge of it, but you know we can just do this thing on our own.
No, I'll allow it.
So I have a story.
Fill out.
I have a story before we dive into podcast.
Hang on, before you tell your story, Steven, I really want to know what this spaghetti restaurant that Eminem is trying to start up that Jeremy was talking about
Just
earlier.
called Mom Spaghetti.
Is it his mom's spaghetti?
I don't know if it's his mom's recipe. I doubt it's his mom's recipe.
You know, in the song, he never really says that it was his mom's spaghetti, right? He just said mom's spaghetti.
Vomit on my sweater already. Mom Spaghetti.
Yeah. Could have been someone else's mom.
Sure.
This is true. That all makes sense.
Could have
All
been
right,
his
Steven, tell your
friend
story.
mom.
What's your story, Steven?
So I went to see Anne Berlin. This it was Saturday night. Yeah. An old band that I listened to a lot in my youth days. That is they still hold up. They're still good. We went to Furnace Fest, which was an experience in itself. But we went just to see Anne Berlin. We got there an hour and a half, I think, before they went on. So we were walking around the festival, just people watching. And there was a band called The Bled, I think is what they were called. That was
That's brutal.
they were up on stage, and we were walking around, and we just hear, it's a punk festival, or punk/metalcore festival. So you hear like the rapid double bass kick happening, and then you hear just guttural scream singing, and we hear that going on, and then it stops very abruptly. And the singer for The Bled up on stage, and we're not even near the stage, we're just walking around looking at merch. He just goes, and I'm quoting him, "Somebody suck me!" And then they just go back into the song. That's the story.
Well, okay. What a way to kick off the podcast. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Chortle Cast, the official podcast of Chortle Games. We talk about video games, TV shows, movies, anime, whatever the heck we want to talk about. We got a great show for you this week. I hope you guys have been having fun in the pre-stream that Jeremy and Steven have been doing. Appreciate you guys doing that. Appreciate Vortex hanging out through most of that. I'm not sure who else was
It was just
here
Vortex.
beforehand. but
It's always just Vortex.
Well, you know, he is our resident bot, so there you go.
Yes.
But we got a great show for you this week. We're going to talk about everything that was announced at the September 2021 Nintendo Direct, which was lots of good news if you're a Nintendo fan. And then we're going to maybe talk a little bit about what we've been playing. We haven't really officially talked about Deathloop since that came out. I've been playing Kena Bridge of Spirits, so I might talk a little bit about that.
We also... have you forgotten the topic, or were you getting to that?
No, I was getting to that.
Okay,
I was getting
cool.
to that.
Okay.
And then last but not least, we will be having a topic of the show where we're going to talk about what is our, I guess, Frankenstein,
Frankenstein
game. It's kind of
game,
like what elements of a game would you pull together to make the ultimate game, and then like that includes who would you want to make it, who would be your Frankenstein, right?
Right.
And then to make your Frankenstein monster of a game.
And we've actually been talking about that a little bit in the pre-stream. Vortex, we've actually helped Vortex come up with his own Frankenstein game, but we'll talk about ours. Are we doing that before news, or are we kicking it off with news?
Let's start with news. Let's get through the news. You know what I mean? This news, this is what we always do. All right, one of these big things happens, and we just run through everything they talked about, and we stop where we want to stop, and we keep chugging where we don't want to talk about anything. All right, but it's always a long list. I feel like I'm doing laundry when I go through this, so we're gonna get through that. That way we have the
What a review of the Nintendo Direct. I felt like I was doing laundry. Nintendo Direct 2022.
No, I have a great time watching the Direct. When I when I go back to talk about it, that's when I feel like I'm doing laundry.
Right,
So
right.
anyway, and no one ever puts these things in order. You know what I mean, Steven? I'm over here. I'm on the Google. I'm Googling everything that happened, right?
Right.
Nobody puts things in order. They just pick something that they thought was the coolest and put that at the top.
Yep.
All right? And that's where we're at. So, Nintendo had a Direct. Boys, stop me at any point if you have a comment or a question.
Stop!
I'm just going to go through. Okay, Steven, you got something already?
No.
Metroid.
Okay, great.
We'll get to that. By
By the way, Jeremy, I'm
All
so
I
glad
care
you're back.
about.
Jeremy, I'm
Hey,
so
bud.
glad you're back. You know what I mean?
It's good to be back.
It's good to have you back.
It really is.
All right. So jumping right off, they taught. Well, and again, none of this is in order. I'm going off of IGN's list. IGN is notorious for leaving shit out, so I
Just
apologize.
find a different list.
I looked at several, and they were all out of order, and so I landed on IGN. You know what I mean?
Okay.
It's a comfort food. You know.
IGN, I gotta know.
I gotta know. What do they got? Okay. So again, don't know if this is where they started. I forgot a lot of it, but what I'm going to start with is they announce that there will be the final Smash character will be announced on October 3rd. I want to say.
Okay. That sounds right.
I'm scanning real quick to see if they mention it later. It will be October 5th at 7 a.m. PT, 10 a.m. ET, or 3 p.m. BST. It will be one of those Mr. Sakurai Presents things, which are usually like those 40-minute long breakdowns of the character and all the moves and everything they're adding. And this is going to be the end of all major updates for Smash Bros. Ultimate, which is crazy and kind of sad, but also, we got way more than I think we ever thought we would have from that game.
Yeah.
So it's good news. But anyway, I wanted to start with that because the first topic that's listed here is that there's a new Kirby game coming out called Kirby and the Forgotten Land, which is basically Mario Odyssey meets Breath of the Wild for Kirby.
It's just Mario Odyssey Kirby. There's not going to be Breath of the Wild stuff in it.
Well, somebody I think Brody stole my Odyssey joke, so
Yeah.
I threw in Breath of the Wild.
Yeah.
But
Looks cute.
it looks cute. It is Kirby in some sort of post-apocalyptic looking world. and doing his own Kirby thing. But it's 3D. You're moving it all over the place. You can float around and suck things up.
It's
and
what people have been asking for.
Yeah.
It's the Kirby for Switch.
Yeah. And it's about time,
story.
because Kirby is such a good Nintendo character that I feel like they don't have a lot of Kirby games in terms of like recent, you know? Like I'm sure, I don't know much about Kirby's actual games, so I don't know if there's one that people are like, oh yeah, this is the Kirby game. So I feel like it's long overdue that Kirby get to shine, you know?
should have. I'm just regretting now that I didn't make the connection to your story of somebody suck me
Yeah.
and Kirby.
Yeah.
I could have been like, Kirby could do it. Speaking of Kirby, here's the first story, but I didn't do that. I'm
The transition sucked. It's fine.
yeah.
Ah,
there we go.
speaking of
Ha.
suck.
So when I watched this, and I went back and watched it to kind of see if I still had the same reaction, my immediate thought was, this looks fun, it looks cute, but like, dang, Nintendo can't do graphics.
Yeah.
Like there was a shot where like the shadows were just very boxy, I guess, and pointy. Like there were random edges in the shadows that shouldn't be there.
What a snob. You have a PC for less than like 2 months and suddenly
I
you're just like...
know. Is that what
I
happens?
was like,
you get a PC
yes,
and
yes, it
suddenly you
is.
can't play Nintendo games anymore? Is that how it works?
Yes.
Oh, geez. It was rough to look at for a second. I had to kind of push through that. But yeah, that I hope it looks better when you're on a Switch. But anyway, moving on. Speaking of things that Nintendo announced at this thing that I hope is better than it sounds, Nintendo Switch Online Plus expansion pack was announced. Let's talk about how, speaking of Nintendo horrible names, but this is exciting because it's going to include Nintendo 64 games and Sega Genesis games, which I thought was a big surprise.
Yeah, I was not expecting that. Sega Genesis was a good console. That was my first one.
It was a great console.
It was.
Really?
Great
That was your
console.
first console?
Well, technically it was Andrew's, but I played a lot of games with him.
I
Yeah,
gotcha.
that was the origin of, Andrew playing a game and me being, the little brother was like, oh, can I play too? And them actually accommodating the little brothers of the world. Because even though Sonic and Tails was one player, you could plug in a second controller and player 2 could play as Tails and he was unkillable. Well, he could die, but he just kept coming back. So I got to play Sonic with my brother because of Sega Genesis.
That's cute. That's a cute story. Nintendo 64 was my first console, and I just played Donkey Kong 64 over and over. But I say play, I really just I almost treated it like toys in a toy box. You know what I mean? Like I just kind of ran around and did random things that I thought was fun. Didn't really play the game.
Right.
But anyway, so all of this, great news, super exciting. Cannot wait to jump back into some of the old 64 games that they listed that are coming back. What I'm bothered by is that this is an expansion pack. As I understand it, because they didn't talk about this, and we don't know for sure, they're going to talk about it later. But as I understand it, this is going to be an additional payment on top of your subscription that you already have.
It's probably going to be an upgrade, so it's not like you're paying for Nintendo Online, then you're paying for that. It's probably you can upgrade to that version, so it's still one payment, but it's just more expensive.
I mean, you say one payment like it's a one and done thing. This is a recurring
Right,
subscription.
but I was a little confused by the way you said it because it sounded like it was you've got your Nintendo Online payment every month, and then you've got your expansion payment every month. But I think it's going to be like a bundle.
It is going to be one payment.
Yeah.
But your payment is going to be more expensive.
Correct.
And it's not like I'll buy the expansion pack for $50 and then I have this content on my online subscription, but my subscription doesn't change. That I'd even be more okay with. But my honestly really cheap, really good, reasonably priced online subscription service from Nintendo is now going to be more expensive, and that's just kind of annoying.
Yeah.
Like to the point that
You can
I
get
was
the regular
excited
one.
about.
It's only if you want to play N64 and Genesis.
Exactly, but see,
But Jake
This-
Jake is a simp for Nintendo, so he has to have everything that Nintendo does.
well, see, this is one of those things. Like,
Yeah.
if this was free, I'd be all over it. I'd be
Absolutely.
streaming some N64 games. I'd be doing whatever. If I'm having to pay again an extra bit of fee every month,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know about that. Like again, a one-time payment, okay, yeah, I'll pay $50 to have access to this and it just continue on with my subscription. But I don't want to take my $5 a month thing, which I don't even know what it is, to be honest with you. But I don't want to take my $5 a month thing and it upgrade to a $10 a month thing.
Yeah.
Just
what,
for
what do
a
you
couple
think?
games that I may or may not ever play again.
What do you think would be a reasonable upgrade to that cost?
How much does it actually cost? Does anyone know off the top of their head? I can do a Google search.
I didn't know they had released a price.
No, I'm talking about
for a
what does the
current?
Nintendo
Gotcha.
Online
I
cost
want
right
to say
now.
it's $5.
I thought it was like $10 a year or something.
I thought they paid me $10 to have it for.
Yeah. Wait, you guys
Alright,
have to pay?
I'm looking. It's okay. I don't want the OLED thing. Get out of here.
Ow!
Yeah, that hurt.
I'm talking about. Okay, Okay, so it is really cheap. I forgot how cheap it is.
Is it a hay penny?
Nintendo Switch Online 12-month individual subscription rather, is $20.
Oh my god.
Okay, so 20. See, I wasn't far off.
Yeah.
$20 a year, right?
20 a year, yes,
Yeah.
for 12
Yeah.
months, $20.
That's like,
And that's
I'm
pretty
I'm
much.
calming down a little bit.
yeah.
Yeah, that's.
So to answer your question, Stephen, of what would be a reasonable upgrade to that, if it's 30 a year,
Another $10 a year.
That's totally fair.
Yeah.
Buck a month.
yeah, I'll do that. I'll do that. That's worth it.
Yeah. I
See, in my head, it was
I don't-
20.
I don't-
I knew it wasn't 20 a month, but in my head, it was like, yeah, like we've been saying, $5 a month. or
like
something
$5 to
that, but it's-
$7 or something like that.
Yeah, but that's I forgot how stupid cheap it was. So
Yeah.
I don't know. Now, if it upgrades to like 50 or 60 a year,
Oh yeah.
maybe not.
I don't see them doing that though, because you would have to compare it with the PS5 at that point, and then the PS5 gives you 2 games.
And
Every month.
actual good online service.
Yeah, an
Yeah.
actual online service.
Yeah.
Not even
Yeah.
good. It's actual service.
Huh. Well, anyway, I'm calmed down a little bit now that it's like, oh well, it's only 20 anyway. But still, like, yeah, if it's more than $10 on top of that already, if it's $30, maybe I'll do it. But any more than that, I'm just, for me personally, because again, I'd love to go revisit these games for like a stream or like for an hour or something, just to kind of play through some things. But I don't think I'd ever. There's way too much that I have that I'm trying to play through, and B. There's a lot of other things I'd rather get to.
Yeah. I personally think that it's totally reasonable for them to charge more. Like, it would be absolutely like awesome of them to not, but considering the library that you'd be getting, like these are games that, well, in Ocarina of Time's case, they've re-released that a couple times, but you've got like Mario 64, Star Fox, like there's really good stuff on there that like defined a lot of people's entry into video games. So there's value there. That is something that I think they have every right to charge for.
Mm-hmm.
But
Steven, do you want me to blow your mind?
yeah,
So my whole theory on why they're doing this is they're trying to get a full team together, that any excess funds that they're making off of this, they're
Mhm.
going to put it to them, and they're going to start making every console backwards compatible. So Game Boy, Game Boy Advance, Game Boy
Yeah.
SP,
Yeah.
like DS,
I totally
they're
think
going to
that's
try to bring all of that to Switch.
yeah, that would be amazing. I don't know
Game
how
Boy.
they would do dual screen stuff like a 3DS or DS, but please do so.
I've done it on
because
my tablet before. It's not bad. You just turn
Ooh.
the screen sideways.
LMG.
You turn the screen the other way and use the controllers.
Okay.
I'm just saying that
Yeah,
that
yeah,
was
that sounds
my.
great.
As soon as they released it, I was like, you know what? The only reason why they're wanting more is they want money to fund further.
Yeah. And there are so many good Nintendo
content.
games from all those old generations. Because, I mean, the Wii U had some hits on it, but no one had a Wii U. But everyone's got a Switch, so if they can bring those hits to the Switch, great. Which they've already done a lot of that with re-releases, but, you know, still.
Yeah. Yeah, I doubt you'll see Wii U games come to Nintendo Online, but yeah, along your same thought, yeah, it's cool.
It's that same
And
kind of
you know,
principle.
Jeremy, I like what you're saying there, man. About this is gonna fund more backwards compatibility.
Yeah.
I'd be
That's really
I'd
the
be
only
okay with that.
that's the only thing that makes sense for them to do this. I mean, yes, it's a source of revenue for them, but it's not their direct source. Obviously, it's their
Right.
games because they're the sole owners.
Yeah.
I
Right.
mean, there's no distribution company. It's literally Nintendo. So it makes more sense for them to be like, you know what? If we really want to try to work for this in the future, we're taking away the revenue that we're making from all these Mario games or whatever expansions they're bringing to other things, and put it into our online. I mean, because that like the first 3 or 4 months that I had my Switch, I played a lot of Super Smash Brothers and Mario Kart, but I was playing more Super Nintendo.
Yeah. And to turn it into a backwards compatible machine in a sense, I mean, with them charging for it, I think that can at least give us peace of mind knowing that they won't half-ass it. Because if they just kind of were throwing it on there, and Nintendo, they're not one to do that, but still, like, if it's something that you enjoy enough, that you want enough, then I think it's fine, you know?
There's a large enough fan base,
Yeah.
obviously, that they're gonna get their money back out of it.
Oh yeah.
No
Yeah,
matter
I don't think there's really enough fans of Nintendo. You know what I mean? They're kind of a small,
no way.
Small little indie company.
The percentage
Yeah,
of
I
the
mean,
gamers.
no one watched the direct
They're
or anything.
They're
So
still kind of underground. I don't know if you guys have heard of me.
yeah.
It's Nintendo.
Nintendo. Yeah, no, I agree. I think, and I like that point of view, Jeremy, and that makes it easier for me to do it because it's like, okay, this is going to get us to.
It's hard to
bigger and better
justify them
things.
just being like, hey, $10 more a month, but then you remember it's like, oh shit, like here's 20.
If they can get us to the point to where we're playing the like Fire Emblem Path of Radiance and Radiant Dawn on the Switch, holy hell, take my money. Because those are the 2 Fire Emblem games that came to America that I haven't gotten to play because they're so hard to get a hold of, and I just don't want to run an emulator.
Speaking of that, I'll tell you what'll really get people to it: launch Earthbound on that thing.
Oh my god, can you imagine?
I mean, I would pay. I just said 50 would be my breaking point. I'll do it. Give it to me, whatever. That's great. All right, moving on. Speaking of things that people are going to get crazy for, Bayonetta 3 gameplay and a 2022 release window was revealed. This was kind of the last, the mic drop, if you will. They announced this. This is nearly 4 years after its reveal. We finally got a look at Bayonetta 3 gameplay. It has a release date of a window of sometime in 2020. Had a really crazy looking trailer that kind of looks like there's a mysterious character who looks like Virgil from Devil May Cry.
They wish they were Devil May Cry.
Bayonetta has some new ability to control demons. So the witch with guns who wears her hair as clothes coming back. Steven, any thoughts?
I hate Bayonetta as a character.
Okay.
I've
There you go.
never played the games, so I can't comment on the games. But
Right.
she just makes me so uncomfortable. Because I can't look at her and not think that she only exists because of some guy's fetish. You know, she gives me that vibe.
The fetish being hair.
The fetish being sexy librarian and hair.
Okay. All right.
With
We
gun
don't-
shoes?
With gun
I
shoes.
don't
yeah.
want to kink shame at all, but
But it's
I
weird.
understand.
Like to make an entire game franchise that is like that everyone's like, oh my god, yes, Bayonetta, I love it. It just makes me uncomfortable. I'm sure the games play fine. Devil May Cry's better, but I'm sure Bayonetta, it makes a noble effort. But I don't know. To me, it's just like, I know that's a big deal for a lot of people because that's been a thing for a long time, and I'm sure they're happy to get it. But I would personally, Jeremy, help turn around. I would personally be very happy if I never had to see her face again.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Oh man. Well, to move on to happier times, Splatoon 3 gameplay got shown.
I don't
they-
get it, Jake. I don't get
You
it.
don't get it,
Like,
Steven?
Okay,
They're adding a bow.
okay, to talk this, do the story, and then we'll talk about it.
All right, so Splatoon 3 gameplay was shown, including the single-player campaign, which is the return of mammalians.
So
There is,
mammal aliens, right? Is that what that is?
Mammalians, yes.
Okay.
Yes, mammal aliens. There was no update to the 2022 release date. We saw new gameplay, showed off the mammalians. We also got a look at the updated Turf War mode, which has new weaponry, including a bow. And then some new, like, supers. There was one super where an Inkling covered themselves in ink, and then they were able to, like, web sling around or ink sling around. It was very cool. But yeah, looks like more Splatoon, more hairstyles, more fun stuff there. I'm really curious what the
Let's charge.
single-player story mode is going to be like, because in the first game, we were fighting Octolings. And then in the second game, one of our, like, not main characters, but like main characters that we saw all the time, one of the like announcer people was an Octoling. And then there was an expansion where you played as an Octoling. And so that was very cool. But then, and the story mode in that game, you actually fought some squids. So that was like kind of a weird, how does this, what's happening here? Like, who are the bad guys? And so now that we're getting these mammalians, I'm just wondering, are we going to be playing as a mammalian by the end of, like, is there going to be an expansion where we get to play as a mammal in this game? I'm very curious what's going to happen.
Okay,
And
I say again, I don't get it. I could understand, and I'm not saying that it sucks. I'm literally saying I do not understand, because I could understand why Splatoon, why people thought it was fun, enjoyed it when it was as simple as just being like, yeah, you shoot paint and it's a turf war game and it's a PvP shooter. But when they're showing a story trailer and it looks like they're trying to fit you're a kid, you're a squid now in Fallout or something, like it is like post-apocalyptic, there's mammal aliens, I don't know what the hell is going on.
It's just platforming, Steven. It's just platforming. It's just like Mario. You're platforming around, but you're also.
But what is going on?
You get to be
don't think
stylish.
they
You get
know.
to dress up.
I
you know
don't
what mean?
get
Like,
it.
I don't know what you need. I'll tell you, for me, Splatoon was good for me because I'm not good. I wasn't good at shooters. I've gotten much better. And so Splatoon for me was a great PvP game because the objective is to cover the map in paint. Well,
So as long as you can literally hit the broadside of a barn, you're good.
Exactly. It was a great starting point for me. And then I got really good with the roller. I got really good at fighting with the roller. And then I think from there, I ended up playing more Destiny and all these other things. So I'm a much better shooter player now. Still not great, but I'm much better than I was at that point. So I don't know. And then the aesthetic is really cool. I wish I could have played more of 2. Not that I have it. I can go back and play it. It's just I never. I didn't have the. After the expansion with the Octoling stuff, I didn't really have anything to go back to for a while. I feel like it took longer to upgrade to like level up yourself in this one. But they're bringing back. You're gonna have pets in this one. I assume they're gonna bring back the horde mode. I'm hoping they're gonna expand upon that because that was really fun. I don't know. Splatoon is just great. I love it. I'm very excited about it.
That's great. I still don't understand.
Speaking of things that I don't understand, even though I have given it so many tries, Monster Hunter announced its new Sunbreak expansion pack, which is coming in the summer of 2022.
I'm very excited.
This is what started the show. All right. They showed a massive expansion that's coming through Monster Hunter Rise. The new expansion will contain newly added story, locales, and monsters, as well as a newly added hunting actions and quest rank.
Yeah.
So they showed a big old dragon to kick this one off. Steven, you're the resident Monster Hunter guy here. What you think?
I am the resident Monster Hunter guy because Brody is not here. But I'm excited. This is basically the Iceborne of Rise. And I love Rise. A lot of people have complained saying that it's too easy. But I would say, yes, it is easy, but also it's just very accessible. And so, sure, it's not going to be as satisfying of gameplay necessarily as World. But you're going to get a more fun experience for people who normally don't do Monster Hunter, and I think that's a good thing. This is also very good news because Monster Hunter has been in kind of a weird place to where they came out with Rise, put a couple updates out for it, and then they came out with Stories 2, Wings of Ruin, and then it almost seemed like they had a new favorite child because we started getting stuff from Stories, but Rise wasn't really getting anything. And so people were just saying like, oh, wow, I guess they abandoned Rise and we're not getting any more content for it. So this is good to know that I guess now that Stories has had its launch and has had its post-launch, that we're going to start getting more from Rise.
Yeah, it definitely seems that way. Like, like you said, Rise is kind of the new favorite child. So
It's good
very
news.
Cool. It's good news.
It's I get to go back to running around questing with virtual Flynn.
Yeah.
What more do you need?
Well, speaking of something that, ooh, damn.
What?
What?
What? I didn't hear what you said.
I didn't say anything.
Speaking of something
Go ahead,
that
Jake.
needs good gameplay, I'm ready to
Whoa,
get back into I can't wait. I can't wait
No.
to run around with my virtual animal friends. Animal Crossing is getting its own direct in October, and Brewster and the Roost are coming soon.
Screw you and your
This
Animal
is the
Crossing.
first-
That wasn't even a good segue.
All right, look. First off,
I'm the one who
Steven,
said it.
Jeremy said it.
That's
All
what I
right,
said.
so let's back the hell
I said
off.
what
all
else-
right? I didn't say that.
You said what else could you want? And I said good gameplay.
Okay, so this are we breaking a story now? Do you actually not like the Monster Hunter gameplay, Jeremy?
No, I like the Monster Hunter games.
Okay.
I just felt it necessary to talk shit.
Okay, that's fair.
Breaking news, everybody.
Breaking news.
Jeremy hates it.
So Jake, continue.
Anyway, Animal Crossing is getting a direct, which I thought was interesting. Like what? So Brewster is like a rooster. I don't think is he a rooster. I'm not sure.
He's
I guess
a
he
bitch
is.
rooster.
He's a barista that runs the coffee shop The Roost, which is a feature that's been in previous Animal Crossing games. Lots of people have been wanting it, myself included. That's the only bit of information that we have right now. Me personally, I'm a little disappointed that it's going to be in the museum. I literally have a space on my island that I put a temporary coffee stand with all the intention of placing the Roost right there. Now I don't know what I'm going to do. I guess I'm just going to leave it. But anyway, I'm very curious what else they're going to talk about in this direct, because I'm sure there's going to be lots of cool things with the Roost, but not enough to take up more than like a 5 or 6 minute direct. So I hope they are going to be announcing lots of new content. Not even lots, but just like
Jake,
new content, you know?
Jake, I'm saying this to help you
Okay.
temper your expectations.
I mean, my expectations are we're going to talk about Brewster and the Roost, which is
Okay.
what we have.
Okay.
So
Excellent.
anything over that, it's going to be awesome.
Excellent.
So
Don't let yourself get tricked out of that mindset. I know there may be articles where it's like leaked stuff says bows are coming to Animal Crossing. Like no.
Oh, man.
No.
Steven, did you see that?
No, I did not. Come back, Jake.
Yeah, no. My expectations are tempered, but I would love for. I mean, the Roost is going to bring me back. I got to get the Roost set up. I got to get that going. But I would love for anything else that would keep me coming back, because I did enjoy my time with Animal Crossing, and I would love to have a reason to come back to it for longer than like 30 minutes. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Let's see. Mario Party Superstars. They talked about some new maps that were coming back to that. This is, of course, the combine everything Mario Party game that's going to be coming on October 29th of this year. Either of you have comments?
Friendship Ruining Simulator 2021.
That's the comment I figured Steven would
Yeah.
say.
Sorry,
I love
unpredictable.
Mario Party.
Well, you also love to start stuff, Jeremy.
Oh, I love Mario Party. Love it.
Speaking of
I grew up in
starting
the South.
stuff,
Come on now.
speaking of starting stuff, Shigeru Miyamoto interrupted the
Oh,
Nintendo
God.
Direct right smack dab in the middle and said, "Excuse me, guys, I'd like to talk about
Let me
something."
ruin the internet for the next couple weeks.
And he says, this is where I was upset, all right, because Shigeru shows up. I'm like, oh, man, what is he going to talk about, right? He's been working on a Pikmin game for a while. What's the deal? We got a new Mario thing? What's happening? And so he comes out and he's like, as many of you know, I've been working blank, or I think he said I've been working with, and like at with, my heart dropped. I was like, ugh. Because I thought he was supposed to be like, I've been working on a Pikmin game. It's like, what are we getting? Are we getting news? But no. Anyway, he's talked about working with Illumination Studios. Is that right? The ones who do the Minions.
Despicable Me and Minions.
Yep. They've been working on a Mario movie, which we've known about for a while.
Actually, if I remember correctly, he didn't say Minions. He said Despicable Me and Sing. So he may have thrown shade at the Minions by specifically not mentioning them.
You know, I think you're right. I
Confirmed.
think you're actually right.
Shigeru Miyamoto hates the Minions.
Hates the Minions. Yep. Wow.
You heard it here, folks. We're not
Breaking news: Jeremy doesn't like Monster Hunter. Shigeru Miyamoto doesn't like Minions.
There you go. So he announced the cast, all right, which most of you, if you've been on the internet, you know, but I'll just run through it here. Let's just start at the top, all right? Let's start where this whole thing kicked off, all right? Chris Pratt is playing Mario.
He's so cool.
He's so cool. So let's start here, all right? Chris Pratt.
Terrible choice.
Me personally, I like Chris Pratt. He's very funny.
Terrible choice. I love it.
He's great in Guardians. Why is he Mario?
Yeah.
That is, Jeremy, you summed it up. It's a terrible choice for Mario. Why is he playing Mario?
It really makes you think, like, 'cause I don't know if it was you that said this, Jake, but it's like, wait, is Mario cool over there? Is Mario a Japanese cool guy?
Not I'm not saying like Mario isn't cool, but like
He's a mustache plumber. Like, come on.
yeah, you know, I don't know. And like, here's the other thing. Like, so, I'm blanking on his name right now. Charles Martinet. Or is it Martinet or Marnet?
Yes.
Martinet. I think it's Martinet. Anyway,
Yes.
he is the voice of Mario. Has been for years. He's still around. He's live and kicking. Hell, they mentioned his name. He's going to be in the movie in a, quote, surprise, like, cameo. What does that mean? He's Mario.
Maybe he'll play Chris Pratt.
I mean, there's a lot of ways this could go. There's a lot of ways this could go, and I don't know. Part of me is wondering, like, are we gonna start off in Mario Land that we know, and we're gonna hear Charles and his voices, but then like Mario's gonna get and the Mushroom Kingdom's gonna get sucked up into, I don't know, Minions reality, and suddenly Mario sounds like Chris Pratt. Like, what is gonna happen? So anyway, Chris Pratt was a weird choice. As we go down the list, the rest of these kind of make sense, with a few exceptions, but they're still pretty funny. So Anna Taylor-Joy, who I'm sure she's been in a lot of stuff, but I know her from Queen's Gambit, on Netflix. She's playing Peach.
Yeah, that's a good choice.
Is that okay? Yeah. Is that am I thinking of the wrong person?
No, Anya Taylor-Joy. That's her. She was in Queen's Gambit. She was Magic in New Mutants. I think she was the girl in Split.
Yes.
She's been on a lot of stuff. She's been up and coming for a little while.
my experience with her is Gambit, Queen's Gambit, which she was amazing in, and that's a great show on Netflix if you want to watch something on Netflix. But
Really,
anyway,
really good.
she's playing Peach. Okay, cool. You know, Peach is always. I mean, Peach, we really don't know that much. I mean, we know much about, but like she's always been very quiet. More recent games have given her more to do or say, but I think she'll be a great choice for that. Charlie Day will play Luigi. This is
Mario, what's going on? Hey, I'm Luigi.
I'm
That's a hard left turn.
right.
Hey, Mario!
Wild card, Mario.
Wait a minute, Mario. Wait, Mario. God,
So-
that's where it lost me. Like, I was like, Chris Pratt, okay, that's interesting, cool. And I saw Charlie Day as Luigi, and I was like, no.
I think
I'll-
that Charlie Day is a terrible choice for Luigi, but I think he's a really good choice for a Luigi opposite of Chris Pratt Mario.
Yes,
Yes.
100%.
So they kind of confused us / lost us at Chris Pratt. Kind of got us back with Anna Taylor-Joy.
Anya Taylor-Joy.
We're lost again with Charlie Day. But then I'll tell you what really brought me back, and honestly, this is the only redeeming factor for this whole movie. Jack Black is playing Bowser,
Oh, yes.
and like, I
100%.
didn't know I needed Jack Black to be Bowser until I saw it, and now I can't see anything else besides that.
They need to do a Tenacious D song where Jack Black is Bowser and the other guy in Tenacious D is like Bowser Jr. or the wizard that flies around and dicks with everybody. You know?
Yeah.
Do a whole thing.
Something like that.
Kami?
Something like that.
Yeah, sure.
Very excited about Jack Black being Bowser. And then Keegan Michael Key is playing Toad. It's like, what?
And Shigeru Miyamoto was like, I'm very excited to see what laughs he brings to this character. Like,
Oh, I'm sure he will have
look, Keegan
plenty of
Michael
laughs.
Key is freaking great.
Oh, he's
That
amazing.
man touches anything, he's gold. I
Yes.
love him.
But
But
Toad?
Yeah, and Vortex
out
just,
of anybody that he could have been,
yeah, Vortex summed it up great. Charlie Day would have been a much better Toad. Like his voice alone.
I'm very curious what that's going to be like. And then of course Seth Rogen playing Donkey Kong, which okay. we're so off the rails at this point that yeah, sure, throw Donkey Kong in there. And then there were a couple other ones.
Dude, Fred Armisen as Cranky Kong. Yes. Take my money.
yeah, that's one. That's
That's a good one.
That's one that I'm 100% behind.
Yes.
Love
Well,
it.
and see, that was another one that I went, wait a minute, Cranky Kong's in this? Like, what? Like, it's one thing if Donkey Kong's in it, but Cranky Kong's going to be in it too? Like, okay. And then, of course, they mentioned that Charles Martinet is going to be in it with special characters. Again, I don't know what that's going to be. I'm very curious what that's going to be. So,
I just
I'm
want
still
to
gonna
see
see
the
this-
amount of
this
money
movie.
that they're throwing at it.
Yeah.
That's
the
what
amount
I
of
wanna
money.
see. Yeah, I just want to see like the dollar amount that they're just like throwing against the wall, being like, do things.
Well, Illumination is kind of known for being really lazy when it comes to animation. Like if you watch Sing, and I only know this because I watched some YouTube commentators do like a review of it. If you watch Sing, there are so many just lazy shortcuts they took with the animation in that movie, to where like you'll see the same background character in one shot 3 times. Like they just reuse a lot of different assets, and it's just not very well animated. But I feel like with Mario, you might be able to get away with that because of the design of Mushroom Kingdom, to where it doesn't have to be super well animated in terms of environment. I don't know. I don't like
Yeah, I mean,
Illumination a lot,
Toad.
but
All the toads, you know.
Yeah,
might
that's
as well
true.
be all the minions.
Yeah.
So, we'll see. This is one of those that like, yeah, I'll see it. I'll see it when it comes out. I didn't really care, but now
I'll watch
I'm
Yeah.
curious.
Yeah, I'll watch
So.
it for sure, but I'm not gonna go pay to see it.
yeah. Who's voicing Koopa? Who's voicing Koopa Troopa?
I don't think we got that one.
Jordan Peele.
Robert De Niro. Mario.
Next, or
Al Pacino.
again, none of this.
That's who. Al Pacino.
Mario.
Again, none of this is in order, but we got Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic is making its way to Switch this November.
I might have to pick it up.
Cool. You know? Castlevania Advance Collection. It's bringing 4 classic games to Switch. That launched the day of the Direct. So if you're a Castlevania fan, there's lots of stuff you can go back and play. Harmony of Dissonance, Aria of Sorrow, Dracula X. It's going to have a rewind feature, a quick save, button remapping, all that good stuff. Actraiser Renaissance is a remastered version of the SNES Actraiser, and it was also launched today. So this is kind of like a side-scrolling action city building game
with strategy elements. I've seen a lot of stuff for it on Steam and Switch, and I still don't know what the hell the game is. I thought about getting it for a second, and then I was like, no.
Yeah, no.
That's kind of the issue with the games of that genre. It's very difficult to be like, oh, this is the gameplay. This is what we're doing.
Yeah.
This is the story.
Yeah.
Right.
When there's just so much just stuff to sift through.
Yeah.
Right. We got Project Triangle Strategy.
Woo!
It's now called Triangle Strategy. And it will be released on March of 2022.
I am so pumped for that game. I hope it doesn't suck.
The team has been fine-tuning the game ahead of launch, and updates include adjusting the difficulty, improvements to on-screen visuals, camera controls, the ability to review prior dialogue, and a streamlined game flow and loading time. So if you remember, that one had a demo a while back, and after the demo you could fill out a survey, and they apparently took some of that and ran with it. Jeremy, Metroid Dread got an extended story trailer. It's releasing October 8th, so like next week. Jeremy,
I'm so excited.
I'm going to be closing on a house, and Jeremy's going to be playing Metroid Dread. So, anyway.
I'm not going to be doing anything. Just
Jeremy, did you have any thoughts on the extended story trailer? Did it have? I think I skimmed through this one when I was trying to catch up. So, I don't
It
remember
showed a
any
lot more
hard
of the
details.
gameplay. It seems like it's going to be a pretty great homage to the old games, which is really exciting. And this is the first like side-scroller Metroid that's come out in like 20 years. So
Crazy.
we'll see. I'm really excited though. The visuals looks really pretty for what it is.
Right.
But the gameplay looks interesting, and the kind of sense of dread that you get from playing it.
Oh, is that why they call it that?
Hilarious, man.
I
jeez.
get it. Let's see. So that's coming. They talked about this thing. It's Yoko Taro's Card, which is RPG. Okay. So it's Yoko Taro's card RPG called Voice of Cards. It's heading to Switch this October, so like launching very soon. It is an RPG that is entirely played through a deck of cards.
Yeah, it's kind of like Hand of Fate, I think, which is basically like you're playing a card game, choose your own adventure RPG. I played it a little bit. I enjoyed it. I'm excited for this one because the art looks really good, and I like the concept behind the gameplay. Because especially if it's like super dynamic and has a lot of random elements to it, like I guess you could say rogue elements, to where it's a different thing every time you play it, something like that. I think that could be really cool. I started the demo though, and I just stopped because it was really late at night, and so it didn't grab me immediately, but I think there could be something there.
Okay. Yeah. I see. They had me when they were like a card RPG. I was like, oh, okay, well, I like cards. But then they started showing it, and it was all, like literally all cards.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know, maybe. So we'll see. We'll see. Dying Light 2: Stay Human, the cloud version, and Dying Light Platinum Edition are coming to Nintendo Switch.
The Platinum Edition it's coming out like right before 2, right? Like they're waiting to launch it or something.
So Dying Light 2 will arrive on Switch February 4th of 2022 as a cloud version. The free demo will be available on the same day. on October 19th
Okay.
of this year, I think.
Yeah.
Dying Light Platinum Edition will be released on Switch.
I
to
must
help
have
prepare.
I must have heard them say February and thought they said something about Dying Light 1, so that makes way more sense.
You probably heard free demo same day, and then heard them talk about Dying Light 2, and you thought same day Dying Light. So anyway,
Yeah, probably so.
understandable. Mario Kart, or no, sorry, Mario Golf. I almost said Mario Golf Kart. Mario Kart. Oh my God, Mario Golf. Super Rush is getting new characters and new courses, which is great because there were only like 4 courses to begin with. So the Koopa Troopa is coming as well.
Yeah,
as Ninja.
voiced by Al Pacino.
Yeah, and then some of the later courses were supposed to launch after the direct, so that's exciting. So I never finished Golf Stories. I have to. Or no, I'm sorry, Mario Golf Super Rush story mode, which I have to play through to get all the courses. So I need to do that. Deltarune Chapter 2 is making its way to Switch, so that's very exciting. That launched on PC and Mac.
Oh God, I'm getting lurked.
Earlier last week. So now it's on Switch too if you want to play it there. Chocobo Racing.
Okay. Of all the things I
The
expected,
game nobody asked for.
yeah, like, but honestly, if this game had
It
come,
doesn't look bad.
it doesn't look bad. If this game came out like last generation or the generation before it, it would have absolutely dominated. It just seems like a game that is coming out at the wrong time.
Yeah.
Because the whole idea of like, it reminds me of, and I would be, I would be really surprised if anyone caught this reference, but it reminds me a lot of Star Wars Super Bombad Racing, which was,
Yes.
yeah,
Oh, it's terrible.
but it was fun.
Oh my.
It was bad,
God.
but it was fun.
Oh, it was.
It was something.
That's what you want to call it.
Well, that was also the first version of a Mario Kart style game I played because I didn't have Nintendo till way
Oh,
later.
okay. So you could just judge it however you wanted anyway. So.
Yeah. It reminded me of that. It gave me that vibe.
So
No, I
as a
get it,
deprived
sure.
child, you liked
Yeah.
it, is what you're
So-
saying.
Yeah. Yeah, I like to turn on big head mode. That was fun. It was silly.
It was fun. It was silly. Wow. Well, Steven, Chocobo Racing, that's the game for you. So, Disco Elysium Final Cut is arriving on Switch October 12th. I'd like to get to this game at some point. It's just one of those that, like, I don't know if I'll ever have time to go back to it and, like, really dig into it because it seems like it's pretty complex.
Yeah, it seems like a hard
lots of
game to
reading.
get into from a playing it standpoint, like from gameplay, but also it seems like it will be hard to play from a story standpoint. Like it'll be
It's
heavy.
gonna take a very long time to do anything.
Yeah.
That's what it just looks like and feels like to me. But
Like I'm impressed by everything I hear about it,
oh no.
but I just don't think I could dedicate the time and energy
Yeah.
that it takes.
Yeah. That's exactly my thing. I'd love to get through it. It sounds really cool. I mean, it won a lot of awards the year it came out, and obviously with it being like a deluxe edition, like that, if you're gonna play it, that's the way to, that's the one to come back to.
Right.
But I don't know how I'll find the time to make that happen. Maybe if everything freaking calms down, we'll get lucky enough to try it, but we'll see. That is to be determined. TBD. We got a new trailer for Hyrule Warriors: Age of Calamity's new expansion pass. This is another one that like I wish that more things hadn't happened around this time because I never went back and even finished the base game of this. So this is one I would like to get back to eventually.
Yeah.
Disney's Magic World 2 Enhanced Edition brings the magic of Disney to Switch. Yeah, there you go.
You can go to the parks and stuff, and that's it.
Yeah, you go to the parks, you hang out. Apparently, you can craft items, explore Disney worlds, and so much more. Comes holiday 2021. There you go. There is some park game that's on Games Pass, and I've been wanting you and I to stream it at some point, Steven, and just pretend like we are traveling to Disney.
Oh, so we can keep up the tradition?
Yeah.
We should actually do that.
By the way, so here's the thing I'll pitch. I don't think it's a thing that can happen this year, Steven, but I do think it could be a great. it is the beginnings of a really good idea. Okay, are you ready?
Okay, yeah.
So we do this thing called Extra Life every year, which is a 24-hour live stream for
Well,
charity.
that's crazy. Tell me more.
For the kids. Well, it's a thing that we do every November, Steven.
What?
In fact, this year it's going to be on November 6th. We're going to be doing a 24-hour live stream raising money for Blair E. Batson Children's Hospital. All of your money goes to that, and it's a great cause. But you get to pay to make me and Steven and Jeremy this year miserable by doing fun challenges and then watching us play for 24 hours. So we're going to be exhausted. We're going to be delusional. It's going to be great. But I have the makings of a great idea, Steven.
Okay.
Again, I don't see how it could happen this year, but makings of a great idea. The 24-hour stream is us driving to Disney Springs to eat Earl of Sandwich and Chicken Guy.
My God.
Right?
That is
Right?
freaking incredible.
Right? Because it's about, and here's the thing, we can pick up Jeremy too.
Yes!
It can be a whole thing. But so here's the deal. It's like a 13, 14-hour drive for you and me?
Yeah.
So
Are you saying literally drive there and drive back?
I'm saying we drive there, get to Earl of Sandwich, and then we finish out the stream. You know what I mean? We eat at Earl of Sandwich. Maybe we have a couple drinks. We go to Chicken Guy because you got to eat Chicken Guy a little tipsy.
Absolutely. You gotta tell the poor
you know what I mean?
girl at the cashier register that you think her name's D'Angelo when it's Laura.
Diana. Yeah, so a lot of logistical things to have to figure out, but
You say the word, and I'm gone. I'm there.
the makings of a great idea. But yes, Steven, to drive there for Earl of Sandwich and Chicken Guy, and then just truck on back. So probably would finish out the stream if we did it like that. Finish that out at Earl of Sandwich or Chicken Guy. But yeah, that's the idea.
What a
That's
good
the idea.
time that would be.
Right? I don't know.
Look,
We'll have to see.
Look, you give me hope, because that's something that you hear about that and you're like, gosh, that's something I totally would have done before I was married or with child or anything like that.
Right. Mm-hmm.
I would love to still do something like that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm all about it.
And now we're both married, and I am with child.
Exactly.
And
It's
we're gonna see.
It's like our days of doing ridiculous and ill thought through things are behind us.
Are they though?
Are they though?
We're still. I mean, that's still a questionable.
They're supposed to be, but I don't want them to be. You know?
They're supposed to be, but they aren't. Is a more amped.
Look, we could reach out to Earl of Sandwich and be like, look, we're doing this.
Do you think they'd be on board?
I think that if we could get them to see it, we could totally get them to say something about it, because that's a big deal. That's something that a corporation would jump over.
I'm thinking more that they'd just be cool with it. Beyond supporting it, if they'd be cool with us
I think we could get
taking up a table, you know what I mean?
I think that we could get if we got lucky, we could get a retweet and maybe them being like, hey, these guys from here started their journey, go check it out. See you in a few.
See, I don't even want that much. I just want when we get there, they're like, "Oh, you're the guys. Okay, cool.
Greet us
Here's,
like kings."
That's your table. Look, we got every Steven, we could order every sandwich.
Oh, we could do a live tier list.
We could do the tier list properly. We could actually have all of the food. Okay, yeah.
Oh, man.
Like I said, don't know how it could happen, but it's the makings of a great idea, a really great idea. So anyway, at some point. Continuing on, because we still have a ways to go here. Rune Factory 5 and its farming and RPG action arrive on Switch in 2022. Cool. Arcade Archives Pac-Man, Arcade Archives Invus, and more classic arcade games are coming to Switch. They actually came to Switch when this happened. So there you go. That was it. I don't know why this article keeps scrolling for 10 more pages, so I don't know why, but that's it. So there you go. That's the Nintendo Direct. My big things were Splatoon and Animal Crossing. Those were my two big things. Jeremy, yours was Metroid?
That's not everything.
Oh, yeah.
They had you missed a lot of headlines like Shadowrun. The Shadowrun trilogy is coming to Switch. Because that was one thing I was excited about.
See, here you go. This is why I don't like IGN.
Then stop using them.
I did, Steven. I went to another list and it was out of order too, and so I said, you know what? Let me just.
Yeah, there were some headlines. I couldn't tell you what they were, but I remember that's one of them. So they probably missed a lot of headlines.
Well, they put some headlines in, which is what confuses me because I'm pretty sure the Castlevania stuff was a headline.
Warheads on foreheads. Don't worry about it.
You lost me. I have no idea. But anyway, so yeah, that's the Nintendo Direct. Very, very cool stuff. Very exciting. They announced 2 other like events in this stream, which I thought was interesting, but exciting because I want to hear more about Animal Crossing and obviously whoever the last fighter is going to be crazy.
It's going to be Sora from Kingdom Hearts.
I don't know how I feel about that. Do you really think that's who it's going to be?
I've got a feeling, and I don't want it to be.
I don't know. I think I hinder Kingdom Hearts sometimes. Like, people wanted to add Star Wars to Kingdom Hearts and Marvel, and I was just like, no, that's not that's not how this works. That's not what Kingdom Hearts is. And it's like, but could it be? You know, I never stopped to ask that question. And so now that it's like, okay, yeah, it's a very real possibility that for whatever reason Sora might be in. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. I'm sorry.
Right.
It just doesn't.
45 seconds to respawn.
I've said my piece. All right. It is 10:30 right now, so we are deep in the show. Steven, do we want to bother with catch up? People have seen me stream Kena Bridge of Spirits. I've talked a little bit about that. They've seen a whole lot of Deathloop lately. They haven't seen me play it. I'll just say that I love it. It's great.
Yeah.
It's the the solving the mystery of it all has been a lot of fun. I'm trying to platinum Kena, and then I'm gonna go back to it for sure and try to platinum it because it's been great.
Yeah.
It's been a really good time. The one thing I do want to catch up on, and I'll just be real quick. If you have Disney Plus and you haven't watched Star Wars Visions and you're a fan of anime, go watch it.
Yeah, I still haven't
What are
gotten
you
to watch
waiting
it.
for? It is great. Much like any anthology series like Death, Sex, and Robots or whatever, Love, Death, and Robots, Death and Robots, whatever.
Sex, and Robots.
Something like that.
Yeah, it's Love, Death, and Robots, I think.
Love, Death, and Robots, yeah.
That was close enough then.
It's close enough. Yeah, and I was in the right ballpark. There's always like the better ones, and then the ones that aren't very good. All of these are good. Like if they announced, hey, Trigger is gonna make a full anime series on this anthology that they did, like I would be excited about every single one of them, except for one, and it's the one where there's an anime where it's like a band, and it's like Jabba the Hutt's kid who doesn't want to be a part of the Hutt family.
Oh, God.
So he forms a band. Like, it's a cute episode. I recommend you watch it, but it doesn't need anything else. You know what I mean? It's a moment in time that happened. Animation's cool on it, but that's about it. The music wasn't very good either. I'm sorry. So anyway, Star Wars Visions, go watch it. I recommend if you only want to watch a few, I recommend The Duel. I think it's called The Ninth Jedi. And then, crap, what was that other one? Let me look at it real quick. Again, lots of good ones, but if you want my must-watch list, The Duel, which is the first one. I personally liked The Villager, The Village Bride, but I've heard a lot of other people say that's like one of the weaker episodes. I just liked it, and it has one of the cooler, I thought cooler lightsabers in it. Let me see. The Ninth Jedi is a big watch. The Elder. So the duel, the Ninth Jedi, and the Elder are the ones that I recommend if you're really wanting something to watch. If you want one to skip the Tatooine Rhapsody. That's the band one. And then I would also, if you had to skip one, I would skip Akira. I think is how you say it. Akira. Yeah, that's what
Akira?
I'm gonna go with. Akira.
Have you
And
never
there's
seen
nothing wrong.
Akira?
It's
Jake, go watch Akira.
yeah. Have you
I will.
have you seen that? Like the old animation? It's from late 70s, right? Or is
It's
it,
one of the best animes. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
was like
it's
78 or
not. It's not
79.
spelled like that. It's not spelled
Okay.
like that.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
It's Akakiri.
Okay.
Akari,
Yeah.
maybe.
Akari.
Anyway, it's the very last one, and it ends on a little bit of a darker note than I was expecting. And I kind of hate that it's the last one. You know what I mean? So watch it if you want, but watch them all. But the Duel, the Ninth Jedi, the Elder, those are your top three if you got to watch them. So anyway, enough about that. Steven, let's get to the topic of the show. What is the topic that you have tasked us with this week
So
to discuss?
we're trying to do topics for each podcast, or a tier list, or just something different to make it feel more like a show and less of us just talking about news and what Nintendo's been doing, all that stuff. So
Right.
this week, the question that I posed is if you could take, Frankenstein's monster is built from like different limbs and body parts from different people. So what if you could do that with a video game where you take aspects of different video games and piece them together into something cohesive that's new? So what would be your Frankenstein's monster of a video game? Also, who would you have put it together? That could be as detailed as you want it to be. You could say that I want Nintendo to do it, or you could say I want the guy who wrote the story for Spec Ops: The Line to write the story for this, and I want the gameplay to be done by this studio, stuff like that. So just creating just an amalgamation of things that you like from other games and putting them into one cohesive piece. What would it be?
Who do you want to go first?
Jake, you go.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm ready. As soon as Steven
Okay,
said
if
it,
you're ready,
I knew it, and it's honestly going to be disappointing because I've probably have said this before, but my dream game, my Frankenstein of a game, if you will, I assume it would just have to be Nintendo because of what I'm about to say, but I want Breath of the Wild, like the full game Breath of the Wild, but with Animal Crossing attached to it. So in other words, like a full RPG, or I guess not even, would you categorize it's more of an action, right? Action adventure game.
It's a light RPG because there's elements of like finding equipment and stuff.
Right.
So
Well, a full RPG then, story, travel around, you're the hero, whatever. But then not even when it's all over, but just like in addition to that, you have a village that you're also kind of like the village leader or the resident, I don't know, liaison. I forget what you're called in Animal Crossing. But you like place buildings, recruit shops and build your home and like decorate your home and all that jazz and have a coffee shop. Like, you know what I mean? Like you just manage a town with all the charm that Animal Crossing has, but also like the other types of charm that Breath of the Wild has. Like Hati, I forget the name of the village now. I'm freaking blanking on it. It's the main village that like Link is from.
yeah.
I sometimes just go wander around in that village, Hato village, something like that. I sometimes just go wander around in there because it's just a really cool village, and like I just wish there was more. Basically, I want a Breath of the Wild, like a Legend of Zelda game that has a lot more to do with the villages, than just here's a village, get some new items, and go kill their monster and keep moving.
There's this little game called Rogue Heroes.
I was gonna say.
But see, and here again, this is the thing. I want it to look like. I want it to look like and play like Breath of the Wild. That's what I want.
Well,
and my third like kind of wild card, and I really don't even know. I don't have a vision for what I mean by this yet, but I would love The Last of Us Part 2. I don't know if I want to say like gameplay style or treatment or what, but like
if you throw Last of Us into that mix, that's going to erase the charm that both had before them. Because
but that's the thing. Like I don't want to lose the charm.
Yeah.
But like going prone in like adding going prone to the crawl in Last of Us Part 2, like genius level. I still don't understand why more games haven't started adding that.
Well, Metal Gear Solid, right, Jeremy?
Yeah, but like with that, with Last of Us Part 2, you go prone and like you could crawl under buildings and like use that as a navigation tool to sneak around and do things like that. So the freedom of Breath of the Wild, which I mean by that is just like, here's all the tools you need, go and just figure it out, do whatever you want, solve the puzzle however you want. But then also kind of add in some of the things that Last of Us Part 2 has done. And then I really don't think I want the style of Last of Us Part. Like I don't want it to be super realistic, but I do wish it would still be in the style of Breath of the Wild, but like the attention to detail that Naughty Dog just brings to stuff, and like just how much attention to detail goes into all the animations and like the stationary animations and like the facial animations and all that. That goes into Last of Us. Just put that in the style of Breath of the Wild and give it to me, and that's my ultimate game right there.
Okay.
And as far as who's doing it, I mean, I don't know. I guess maybe. See, I love Insomniac. I love Sucker Punch. I love obviously the team that does Breath of the Wild and all the Legend of Zelda games. So I don't know. I feel like Nintendo would have to do it to get the charm that I want. But I almost feel like Nintendo should be like the producer or executive director, and Naughty Dog should be like the hands and feet that make it happen. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Gonna be honest.
Yeah.
The best place to find something like that is probably Kickstarter, because stuff like that probably exists. In fact, there is a game that I kickstarted that I got an alpha key for that will go live in a few weeks, I think, called Sky Climbers, that I showed you. And it has all of that stuff. It's not quite as pretty as Breath of the Wild, but it's got a similar art style. And it has city building, it has survival aspects, and it has Pokemon in it to where you basically can tame creatures, fly them around, upgrade them, stuff like that. Literally your trifecta.
Thank you. I was just about to say thank you for reminding me. Yes, pets. I would want pets.
Yeah.
I would want some sort of animal pet that I could tame and bring with me. Doesn't have to be a Pokemon type situation that intense or anything, but yes, some sort of pet would be great.
Yeah. That there's stuff out there. I would recommend like browsing around Kickstarter a little bit to see what projects people are working on, because you find a lot of really cool creative stuff that sound like that in the indie scene.
Well,
it won't be as polished.
Send me that again, because that's my thing. I have a certain expectation for polish level that I want, but I'm willing to take another pass because it's the thing I want.
I'll let you know when I'm playing the alpha, and you can give it a look. But yeah, good deal. Jeremy, are you prepared?
Yeah, I can go.
Go for it.
So last time we kind of talked about this, I said a game like Division, but with zombies. Actually, mine's very similar to Jake's, to be honest, but mine was kind of more old school games
Yeah.
than new school. So, as is pretty obvious from my reaction to Metroid Dread, I'm a huge fan of Metroid. So I would love to see some sort of, well, they've already announced the new Echoes, but anyway, or Prime. But going back to that, I want to see a 3D Metroid game that's similar to Breath of the Wild.
So kind of
It's like
open,
big, open world.
open
yeah.
universe where you can like fly around
Yeah.
different planets, stuff like that.
Yep.
That'd be dope.
Wouldn't it?
What specific things?
I don't want to stop very long, but that also reminded me that I want it to also, my game to also be like a live service game. So like,
Jake, it has to
updates
be
with new
cohesive.
story.
It has to be cohesive, Jake. You can't add
I
too
want
much
it
to the
to-
casserole.
I want it to update frequently is what
Okay.
I want with
Okay.
with not only new stuff for your village, but new stuff for the story as well. Sorry, continue. Finish your thing.
So what specific elements from other games would you add to it? Like what specific kind of combat things or traversal elements, or is there anything you put in there? Or would you literally just say like, hey, just give me Metroid Prime but open world?
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay.
It's a simple answer because
yeah.
I mean, Breath of the Wild was such a good open world. Like it was a solid concept and it was well executed.
Yeah. Have you ever played Starbound?
No.
They do kind of the No Man's Sky approach to open universe where
We've talked about the game a couple of times.
yeah. Would you want something
I
like that?
definitely want to try it.
Would you want it to be a specifically designed galaxy to where it's very polished, or would you want it to be like bigger than deeper?
No, I would rather see fewer planets and bigger stories on each planet.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Just a plethora of small stories.
Yeah. Okay.
The polish is a
also
huge
enjoy-
thing for me too.
It makes or break a game. Like that's
Yeah.
one of my
It
biggest
absolutely
deciding
can, yeah.
factors on a game. If I can't get into the story of the game and I'm just playing it for gameplay, I understand that. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I still enjoy that. But if I can get down to like the heart and soul of the game and actually enjoy it and continually play it, then I mean I replay games too, but a game like I don't know, because I played Metroid 2 Echoes like 3 times. I beat Metroid Super Metroid like 7 or 8 times now. So I know that I love that world, and I just want to see it expanded upon.
Yeah.
It's been years. The last games I think we saw were on Wii,
Oof.
and even then it was like release.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think Other M was pretty early on, but it wasn't really. It's like the redheaded stepchild. Nobody really talks about that game. Metroid Other M.
Yeah.
It was kind of. They tried to renovate the way a Metroid game was, and it just didn't work. I never played it. I never had a Wii, so.
Yeah. That was before Nintendo got really good at reinventing the wheel.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But
Okay.
I'd like to see some amazing visuals as well. So.
Yeah.
I don't know that another studio could do it, obviously, because it's Nintendo. But
Right.
I mean, there's the. And any studio nowadays, honestly, is going to get up to 4K and pretty decent graphics. So
Yeah.
I don't know. Nintendo needs to up their shit. That's what the OLED was supposed to be. It was supposed to be the 4K version, and then they're like, "Oh no, it's just like a really good OLED screen. It's not actually like 4K."
Yeah, that was a huge,
Oh wait, that's what everybody's been waiting for,
right, huge disappointment.
and it's 17% larger.
It's okay, Jeremy. Final Fantasy cart is coming, and you'll forget all about it.
Listen, Chocobo,
Dude, that chocobo was cute as hell.
The whole game is pretty adorable.
It is. It is. I will totally
don't
play
know
it.
that I'm gonna buy it.
I will play it if I get it for cheap.
Yeah.
If someone puts this game in front of me, I'll be like, okay, yeah, I will accept this.
What a rousing sell for that game. If someone puts this in front of me, I'll play it. Yeah. If someone forces me
Put it
and
on the
says,
box, Square.
Rousing review.
All right. Anything else you'd like to add, Jeremy?
I love Metal Gear 2, so I'd like to see some sort of graphics.
So you'd also like to be able to prone?
Yes.
Okay.
Look,
No,
I'm telling
honestly,
you, proning is huge. I don't know why more people don't do it.
It is. No, it really, really is. Like, there's been multiple games that I've played before and just been like, why not?
Yeah.
Like this, it's literally a shooter, and you can't lay down. Especially with some of the cheaper online shooters. But anyway, no, the way the menu works in Metal Gear, I like the dual menu that you have. Like you hold L1 and it brings up a sub menu,
Yeah.
and then there's different on your R1. I think it would be cool to do that with Metroid, so you can select like different specials that you had, or a different missile, or a beam or something.
Okay.
Like that sort of aesthetic. But that's very nitpicky of me. So.
I mean, that's what this is for.
Yeah, no. It's just a very specific thing. It's just a menu that I like.
Yeah. Okay.
That's pretty much it.
Okay, I like it.
What's yours, Steven?
So mine.
Capra.
So I've got a really specific one, and
So picture this.
yeah, stop me if you've heard this one before. XCOM.
Stop.
So XCOM is my favorite game. XCOM Enemy Within and XCOM 2. I love those. I've played those so many times. Fantastic series. But playing Aliens Fireteam Elite of all things got me thinking, dang, what if they could make an XCOM shooter that still feels like XCOM? So
Like a real-time XCOM.
real-time, third-person XCOM. Here's how you do it.
Okay.
So, obviously, it doesn't have the direct strategy elements of XCOM. You're not telling, like, you're not. It's not turn-based. That's a big departure. And XCOM
Well-
tried doing this once.
Yes.
Steven, I think you could do like real-time like some real-time strategy games like Final Fantasy
Oh, you
15.
absolutely could do like
Remaster.
real-time
you
tactics.
could do some
Yeah.
some tactical stuff,
But not here.
you don't want it.
No, I don't want it. I want specifically third-person style game with the level design of basically the level designer of the Division games, and the combat designer of the Division games. So probably Red Storm Entertainment.
Damn it, that's a good call, Steven.
Yeah.
I don't like
So
stealing that.
take the XCOM's concept, which on a top level is either aliens are invading Earth and you are the first and last line of defense, or aliens have taken over Earth and you are the resistance. So you go on missions to either disrupt the invasion or disrupt the control. That is the top level concept. Slap onto this, it's not open world. It would be mission based, with a large overworld game to where you're doing research, managing your characters, developing new gear. So there's a lot of character progression, but the character progression side would do something similar to Aliens Fireteam Elite with the perk grid, combined with State of Decay perks and quirks, where each soldier has different aspects about them that can give them positives and negatives. For example, you may have a guy who's just like his job before the war was he was a bodybuilder, so maybe he recovers from damage out of combat faster or something like that. All of these soldiers would be your pool of characters to choose from to bring on missions with you. It would be a squad-based third-person shooter, so you would be able to give light squad command elements, think Ghost Recon or even the Bureau XCOM Declassified. So there is that element of real-time tactics, not so much strategy. There is permadeath, so that means if a soldier dies on the field, they are gone. That's XCOM. So you would also adapt to this, the thing that makes XCOM as an organization work, which is taking the technology of the invading force or basically the opposing force and adapting it to their own use. So hitting them with their own medicine. So the more you do missions, the more, like, if you kill so many mutons in the field or whatever, you can start researching plasma rifles, stuff like that. Just, you've played XCOM before. Those of you who have know what I'm talking about. This would be co-op. People would be able to bring soldiers from their game. You could even implement a pawn system from Dragon's Dogma, where, or even Assassin's Creed Valhalla for a more recent reference, where you could choose a soldier to be a operative that goes out in the field remotely, or like is dispatched, to where he's your soldier that you share with your friends, and they can come back with information to apply to your research or development based on what they do with other players. So it has that element of they level up in knowledge. So maybe they become more versed in fighting. Like, let's say that I'm playing the game and I have never fought a berserker before. And I see a berserker and I'm like, holy hell, what do I do with that? Jeremy in his game, I'm using his pawn, quote unquote, has fought berserkers before. His guy calls out like, shoot this, that's their weak point. Or does something like that. Dragon's Dogma did it and it worked really well. But apply that to an XCOM Soldier for Hire kind of system. Like I said, it would be co-op, so you'd have a mixture of pawn system and co-op shooter, all that stuff. Characters would be heavily customizable, just like XCOM. You'd be able to rename them, obviously. Name them after your friends and loved ones and watch them get brutally murdered in combat.
One of Steven's favorite things
One of
to
my
do.
favorite things to do. And it would have the combat design of the Division 2 as well, to where it would have the mixture of... I don't think it would be loot-based. Like, it would not be the Ubisoft special of the rarity in gear you have equipped and all that stuff, but it would be like stock equipment, pretty much. Think... I guess Aliens Fireteam Elite would be a good example. There's more Aliens Fireteam Elite in this than I thought there would be. But
Not a terrible thing.
Right, it's a very underrated game. But basically,
But
where
you want loadouts. You don't really want to be like finding new weapons or new equipment.
Correct, but you could add to that as you research and develop. You could add to existing weapons, to where like maybe you've got kinetic weapons, and then you can develop your kinetic weapons further to where they do more damage against certain things, or they have faster reloads or whatever else. A lot of your above game stuff, like in the overworld, whatever is that's what you would call it in XCOM, where you can develop what your different technology does. But you could also develop magnetic weapons by fighting certain enemy types, or plasma weapons or laser weapons, so on, to where you've got the way Aliens Fireteam Elite does it is that you've got that's trying to think of a game that basically you've got the typical weapon for each category. Like there would be a laser assault rifle, a kinetic assault rifle, mag assault rifle, so on, so on, but they would still behave differently because of their damage type, to where like maybe a plasma assault rifle is one that has to be charged up, but it also would do splash damage. But you could maybe do development to where you focus on that splash element, to where your AoE for plasma weapons is increased, to where you have a soldier who is kitted out to deal with crowds, and so you give him plasma gear, just stuff like that. but none of that stuff where it's like, oh, I've got this legendary armor piece. I'm coming. This legendary armor piece that allows me to do this if I have this set equipped or whatever, which surprisingly is something that I love in games, but I would not do that kind of Diablo style gear. It would be more stock, but it would be highly customizable through progressing in the game. Playing like Predator Hunting Grounds, funny enough, made me realize that I really appreciate, and this may be a tier list in the future, but I really appreciate a game that gets you hyped at the beginning of a mission, to where like it shows your character and the rest of your team, and you're like gearing up for the mission, and you drop in. XCOM does that really well already, to where you send your team out on the helicopter, and in the helicopter you get your mission briefing, and you see your team chilling on the helicopter while you're flying to the mission, and then when the mission's done, you get debriefed, and the people that died are obviously not on the helicopter anymore; they're gone. I would love to see something like that, to where like if you're playing in co-op, you're in the Sky Ranger. Sorry, it's Sky Ranger, not helicopter. You're in the Sky Ranger, getting briefed as a team, and you see your character, all the different characters, your friends, like make everybody feel like the Outriders thing, how they included everybody in cutscenes. That's a small detail, but it adds to the hype, I feel, in a lot of different scenarios. But yeah, something like that. Level design of the Division, because it would be dispatch mission based, but Division has shown that not only can they do a really good open world, but when they like zero in with stuff like the classified missions, Jeremy, they can make a really good small space that has a lot of intentional design. And also Snowdrop is just a beautiful engine. Combat design of Division, because you'd still have your R1L1, but that could be gadgets rather than quote-unquote skills. And skills, as in like class skill trees or character perks and quirks, would be more along the lines of passives. I think that's about it. Any questions?
So, to surmise, you want the gameplay of the Division with loadouts that are customizable, like Aliens. What's it called? Aliens Extinction or what?
Aliens Fireteam Elite. Not so much loadouts from a very like superficial realm to that, but make it to where the gear itself is customizable through post mission research and stuff in the overworld.
Right.
So not Diablo style loot rarity or anything, but gear that you determine what it is.
Right.
Like,
and then story of XCOM, gameplay of that. Yeah. Okay.
Pawn system from Dragon's Dogma, co-op. I would dare say up to 6 players. So
wow.
6 soldiers.
You know they can only do 3 on PS.
I would do up to 6 soldiers, whether they are AI, friendlies, or somewhere in between. I would make it to where you have a squad leader, so they have bot control, because for whatever reason, games hate blending bots. Like in games like Ghost Recon, where it's bots that you can give commands to, games hate mixing commandable bots and player co-op, so they just disable the bots when you have any amount of players. That's stupid. I would make it to where this game relies on not necessarily like the most tactical teamwork, like you won't necessarily be fighting a lot of bullet sponges, but you will need to have your team coordination. Yes. There would not be a raid, because screw all raids. But yeah, it would just be something that like XCOM has that element of infinite replayability, to where the story is your story of the war, the soldiers that you meet and train and develop over time, how they become heroes, how they die as heroes. Like it's the story that you experience, and that warrants infinite replayability. It's a game that we don't have. We don't have anything like it, because it's a lot, but it could totally be done.
You really made a monster out of that. I mean, there's a lot of things.
It's
you
not
pulled
that
there.
you could totally do it. It would just take
Right.
someone being like,
doable.
it would just take someone being like, yeah, this would be something that we should do.
Yeah.
Let's spend 4 years doing it.
Yeah.
Right.
So there you
Yeah.
go.
Longer if you can. You know.
Yeah. Make it great.
I think that's great. I think that's a great combination, Steven, and honestly, probably the most doable out of all of it. Not that Jeremy, not that yours was that complex either, but I just feel like Steven's was very reasonable.
Nintendo takes 10 years to do anything.
Yeah.
Right. I feel like somebody has played enough of those games that you mentioned, Steven, and could pull that together. But
Yeah.
anyway, that was a fun topic. Thank you, Steven. I liked it.
Absolutely. Vortex, just an honorable mention for him real quick.
Yeah, what was his?
We were talking
His
earlier.
was great.
It was so good.
I would play the shit out of it.
Like it was one of those where he said to us, he's like, I don't know what I would come up with mine. I'm having a hard time thinking about it. And so I was like, okay, well, obviously Doom would be in there somewhere. So what would you do? Like, would it be in the Doom world or would it have the gameplay?
What aspects would it have?
Yeah. And so he was like, I would make it play like Doom. And so I proposed, well, what if it was like Doom but like a medieval fantasy setting? And so from there we got to basically Van Helsing, but it plays like Doom. So,
that sounds awesome. So like you're a
Doesn't
vampire
it?
slayer?
so you're a
Yeah.
monster slayer. So like think Geralt.
Monster Slayer, not
Yeah.
just vampire.
Yeah. So like it would have it would be first person, so very like in your face, visceral. There'd be vampires, there'd be werewolves, and the werewolves would be able to, and this was just a late edition, but the werewolves could invade your game. So they could hunt you.
Ooh.
And so you could have a player invasion system in there, but it could also be AI, I think Juliana. It would what else was there, Jeremy? We pretty much like, well, obviously it'd be a metal soundtrack.
It was pretty in depth.
Yeah, like basically just really high, like fast-paced, bloody action with a lot of like problem solving, like or problem solving or thinking and how you kill things. Like in Doom Eternal, different demons have different weaknesses to different weapons, and that's really easy to adapt to a Van Helsing type, to where you know that a stake launcher would be a great weapon to take out vampires, or silver bullet to the heart for werewolves, or whatever else. So you'd have those different elements that you bring to combat, to where it's not just you run and gun shoot everything, but it's actual like you bring your method to what you're fighting. Something like that.
I like it. That sounds very Vortex, but I love the concept of Van Helsing and doing some monster hunting like that. That sounds awesome.
Yeah.
He would be a good character to get the
License for?
well, no, just the Doom treatment.
Oh,
You know
absolutely.
what I mean?
Absolutely.
Like not you couldn't take Doom's formula and put that to anything, but
You could
I
totally
think
put
you
it
could totally
there.
do that.
Like,
you could totally.
I
make
said
work.
that kind of off the cuff, and then as I thought about it, I was like, holy crap, this actually might be the best way to incorporate the Doom gameplay into something else.
Yeah.
We started talking a lot faster.
Yeah. Like there was a point where we were
we're
just
gonna
like,
do this?
okay, hold on.
Yeah.
Like,
Wait, we got something here, guys. Hold on.
yeah.
I love it. That's a great topic. Very good, Stephen. Very nice.
Yeah.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to be our podcast for tonight. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for listening. We do hope you've enjoyed it. If you did, there's a couple ways you can help us out. Number one, if you're watching on YouTube, where we're live right now, you can get there by chortlegames.com. Take you straight there. You can like, subscribe, share with your friends, all that good stuff. We're also live streaming on Facebook. That's at Chortle Games. Twitter's a little funky right now. I don't think we're actually live on Twitter.
Twitter was a casualty today.
Yeah, Twitter was a casualty. They've done away with Periscope, so I have to relink everything for just Twitter. So I got to figure that out. But anyway, Twitter at Chortle Games. If you want to follow us there, we tweet occasionally. We retweet a lot more than we probably tweet, and we live stream there normally. And then where was I going with that? Twitch.tv/Chortle_games. We're live on Twitch as well. So lots of places you can keep up with us. We do the podcast most Monday nights. Usually around. Usually we do the pre-stream that Jeremy and Steven did, where they kind of play a game for a little bit, and then I join up later, and we do the actual podcast. So I hope you're enjoying that format. It gives you a little bit of time to catch up with us before we actually get into the story, newsy, discussion-y part of the live stream. So hope you're enjoying that and having a lot of fun with it. Is there anything I'm missing, Steven? I think I've covered everything.
Anything we need to add about Extra Life? We're still developing it, but
I mean, yeah, we kind of just threw that in really quick. We are planning to do Extra Life again this year. It's gonna look a little different.
it's going to look very different.
It's gonna look very different, but it's gonna be a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's going to be great.
Used to, we would do the Extra Life. I would drive down to where Steven is. We'd go to a studio setting and we'd go all out. We'd have a whole set and the whole 9 yards, and we'd play games and have a great time. This year, because I have had a baby, or my wife has had a baby rather, we are going to be doing everything online. So everything's going to be virtual like our normal streams are. But this is great because we're going to get to have Jeremy. Jeremy's going to be with us the full 24 hours, except for when, he's taking a break or something and sleeping. Hell, I don't know, Jeremy, you might not even sleep. Jeremy was just all gung-ho for this.
Yeah. And just because we're going online, we're still going all out for this thing.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. We are still going the full 24 hours. We are going to be doing reward tiers where you punish us. I'm not promising this, but the one that I'm looking at right now is Jake has to drink baby formula for some tier, which let me tell you, the baby formula is gross. And if you've never smelled baby formula, just go get a box of Cheez-Its, dump it in some water, and let it sit overnight. And that's about what it smells like. So, not great. That's what I'm trying to get at here. So, anyway. Gonna be lots of fun stuff. This is gonna give us an opportunity to do some things that we haven't really ever been able to do before. Like we've done Jackbox once or twice, but now we can really pull in anybody. We can throw some people into Discord. So we're gonna be doing lots of fun stuff. We're still gonna be obviously raising money for the kids, so it's gonna be a good time. But anyway, we're planning on doing that the weekend of November 6th. Typically we do we start on a Friday night and then kind of wrap it up on a Saturday night. So it's a full 24 hours. So it's going to be a lot. It's going to be a lot of fun. So, but yeah, like I said, Jeremy will be there, Steven will be there, I'll be there. I may be
there are going
more
to be
in and out.
There
a baby,
There are possibly going to be other guests. I am currently in the work. I currently have in the works a Guild Wars 2 segment where we will be doing dungeons, and Jake is going to be forced to be part of that.
Okay.
Maybe. And I'm going to try to bring in a full crew for that. So we'll be doing some of that. I'm trying to put together.
Talked about doing the Ghost of Tsushima raid, trying to finish that.
Yeah. We talked about maybe doing Oblivion, maybe.
Oblivion.
Sentinels of the Multiverse.
Oh, yeah. Yes, I think we'll probably be doing that.
That'll take 5 hours.
Yeah, lots of stuff. I mean, it's 24 hours. We'll be playing lots of games, so lots of fun stuff will be happening. But anyway, so look forward to that again, November 6th. It'll be the 5th, starting on the 5th, and then ending in the 6th. Majority of it will be on the 6th. So yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun. Again, raising money for Blair E. Batson Children's Hospital here in Mississippi. So lots of. It's a good cause. It's a lot of good stuff. We raised, I want to say, almost $2,000 last year.
Over 2,000 because Brody got his head shaved.
Oh, that's right. Whew, yeah, I don't know that. I mean, that was huge. I don't know that we'll top that. Our goal is always $1,000. And we can raise that. That's kind of our goal. So we'll have reward tiers leading up to that, and then obviously, as you donate, we do tiers. Used to be things like Jake pies Steven in the face, Steven pies Jake in the face, or Steven punches Jake in the face with a big inflatable Hulk fist. So we're gonna have to come up with some new reward tiers, but there will still be stuff like that around.
Yeah.
So.
And if there's anything that you guys can think of that you would like to see for a reward tier, obviously we're not just gonna be like, yeah, that's a great idea blindly.
Right.
But I feel like there is going to be a bit of an adjustment with doing reward tiers.
There are no bad ideas, but there are
just
things
bad
that we won't do.
But yeah, let us know.
Yeah, it'll be a lot of fun. So anyway, that's coming up soon, so be excited for that. But anyway, that is going to do it for tonight. Thank you guys so much for watching. Vortex, you're awesome for being here all the way through. We appreciate you and everyone else who watches. But Vortex, I've seen you in the chat the whole time, so appreciate it. But yeah, that's going to be it for tonight. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you next time.
I forgot that I was the one hosting the stream, so I need to be the one to end it. So I almost got up and walked away. So yeah, we're actually bye everybody. We will see you Thursday.
Yes, Thursday. Oh, I should mention that we normally live stream Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. So look forward to streams there. So we'll see you then.
Check out the Discord to find out.
Yeah, Discord link in the channel banner.